Welcome back, everyone, to Dice and Paper. I'm hoping you missed the part where I choked on a carrot for 10 seconds, but it's probably gonna be there. Anyways, it's been a while, hasn't it? For you guys, it's at least felt like a little while, but we've been working on stuff in between. You should have seen the podcast last week, I think. Yep. Yeah, podcast last week. That was a lot of fun. We recorded a Christmas episode. It was supposed to be up today, but we're actually going to upload it on the 28th because we are not going to have a regularly scheduled stream. So we'll do the Christmas special then. Is everything okay? Yeah. Okay. And so we hope you're looking forward to that. I was a player. It was super fun. Adrian DM'd. I played a bird. Honestly, some of the most fun I've ever had on this stream. But that's for me. Anyone else? We got some other announcements tonight?
As always.
Just the normal ones.
Normal announcements. Oh, wait, we do have one about rain.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
There is a small chance the stream will be cut short due to bad weather.
Yeah.
Breathe in the microphone.
It's pretty windy out. It's not enough to really knock down trees, but we just want to tell you just in case anything happens.
A couple places around here have gone out of power. I know.
Also, my dog again.
Leave her alone.
But it Wolfie.
Wolfie.
Wolfie's
It's
fine.
for it's
atmosphere,
we're doing it on
yeah.
purpose for immersion.
Exactly. Muy immersion, many wow.
And also, before we forget, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah,
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Happy holidays. everyone.
we won't see you guys until the 28th. Well,
Until
we won't
after
see you guys
Christmas.
live until
Later.
After
January
the-
whatever.
In
28 plus... No.
no.
Yeah. That's just because
Wrong.
January,
scheduling
February,
stuff,
March, April.
people are traveling, etc., etc.
It's my fault.
The
So you
third,
could
isn't
say-
it? No,
It's fine, Trevor.
See you
We love
next
you.
year.
Yeah, we
See
will.
you next year.
We'll see you guys live next year. Yeah,
That's a very,
So
very
dumb.
good point.
but for
Yeah,
the first announcement,
but yeah, get our shirts, get our socks, get merch. We have merch.
we do have merch.
They're cool designs. They're designs by mostly this guy and some that guy.
You just took a big bite out of carrot.
Carrots are not a stream food. I should.
Yeah, no, you
It's the
should.
worst podcast food,
Bad
probably. That and chips. So like,
yeah.
You know what's a good one?
Makes
Yeah,
your voice sound
Caramel
better. Doesn't
is
make
a
your voice
great
sound better.
stream food.
Yeah.
this
Well,
is true.
Made by
That's a
Isabel
reference
Keller.
to Isabel. She made us all caramel, and they're freaking amazing. Thank you.
Best caramel I've ever had.
Yeah, they're so good. Just being honest.
Hey,
Like,
well, yeah, well, hey. I love you. Will you let me finish my announcement? Get our merch. There's links in the description if you're watching on YouTube or in the panels if you're watching on Twitch.
All right, and D&D Beyond, everyone. D&D Beyond is the official tool set of Dungeons and Dragons 5e 5th edition. If you don't know what 5e means, if you aren't really that big of a fan, you know. But no, seriously, it's the best thing you can have for 5th edition. It allows us to do this easily and not have to fucking freak out with a bunch of papers, even though we still do that.
Don't have to erase everything every...
It's really amazing, and it's free. It's completely free, but if you want to spend some more money, you can get like the new Ravnica thing that came out. There's a bunch of new stuff. There's all of the expansions for
slots.
Dungeons and Dragons. You got
Waterdeep
6
Heist.
character shots. Yeah, there's the
We
Waterdeep
just
Dragon
bought
Heist.
that right before stream.
Did we?
Yeah, we just
Oh,
bought it
shit,
right
yeah.
before stream. So we got like 50 new enemies, something
Oh,
like
nice.
that. Well, that's
Fantastic.
50 new enemies with Waterdeep, and I think it was the Lost Laboratory of Swalmish or something.
so what you're saying is you have more things to kill us with.
Oh
Yes.
yes.
Oh, no.
Wonderful.
One of them, I haven't looked at the stat block yet, but there was something called a brain in a jar.
That's cool.
And I don't
That's
remember. what it-
scary.
And
Yeah.
my
20
memory
intelligence?
is telling me there was one called an ooze dude. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
I
that's
like
wrong. though.
that.
And we need that.
I remember
Whatever.
I remember you looking at all these new monsters and Arthur over here bragging about how awesome his character is because he just looked at all his new spells.
Oh yes, I
So
remember
that was
this.
a really...
Okay, so a little
uncomfortable.
context. I didn't know druids didn't have to learn spells, but they just prepared spells, which I was not aware of, because silly me. Which also means I get access to all of the other cool spells. that I want.
But you have to prepare them on a long rest.
Yes,
At the beginning of a long rest, and they're prepared for the day.
yes, bingo.
Yeah.
But
Same thing with
nevertheless,
clerics, which I didn't realize
Yeah,
either.
I was gonna say.
Anyway,
so we're both done.
Yes.
Moral of the story.
That's yeah, basically it. So, anyways, D&D Beyond, it's the best thing.
Big fan.
Just try it out if you haven't already. Just play Dungeons and Dragons with that. We're good.
Yeah.
That's all we need to tell you.
Tabletop audio is the other thing we use. It gives you, you know, as it's in the title, audio. You got music of all different sorts from all different instruments. That's the word I'm looking for. You also have sounds like trees falling, animals.
You don't need to always explain each single sound. Just say, it's a really good thing to have sounds, and it makes
The
it more
one that
immersive.
says a cow kind of sounds like moo, and the one that says pig is like oink,
Yep.
and chicken's like cluck.
They're very good.
You are not reading off of anything.
We're on the music stuff.
Elven
Looking at
flute
that.
sounds like a flute.
Okay,
And
over to you,
welcome
Arthur.
music
Nate, it's
sounds
time
like
to
this.
shut up.
For
Thank
those
you.
of you that are
Fair
watching
enough.
live, make sure to check us out on YouTube. I think we're at 80 subscribers right now.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Seriously?
We've grown a lot recently. In the weeks that we've been gone, we've grown a lot, so thank you so much
And
for
we
that, guys.
really,
So
really
the lesson here
appreciate
is we just shouldn't
We
make
just
content.
Yeah, we should
can't
just stop
stream
making
anymore.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay, we can't say that though, boys. That's how we get
We're
yelled
just
at.
kidding. We love you.
Favorites.
And
I
if you
can't
guys are
do it.
watching live, make sure to check out the YouTubes. We have the perception checks as well as previous streams on there, just to make sure you're all caught up and understand what's actually going on in the story. Perception checks give you background on the story, as well as Thunica Alta, the amazing world that Trevor has created. If you guys are checking us out on YouTube, make sure to check out the stream live every Friday, 7 to 11, except next Friday, because we're posting the one shot on YouTube.
I have one more announcement. Brandon, thank you so much for the
Oh,
$10 donation
Oh, yeah.
that you
God damn it.
just gave us. Actually,
You gave us
just
25
now.
last time. Brandon is amazing.
Brandon, you're the real G. Thank
What a-
you so much.
what a dude.
We
Thanks,
love you,
bro.
man.
Love you, man.
Fantastic person.
We really appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, I'm gonna throw it over to Trevor
Okay.
to get this show started.
So, feels like it's been too long. But even though we've been gone, this world is still a curious place. Watch from the distance, its treacherous path goes clear, but most within fail to see its conclusion. And those who do are powerless to stop it. Welcome back to Dice and Paper. Welcome back, everyone. You had the privilege of just listening to the best song ever, at least in my
in our
opinion.
Facts, basic facts right there.
Yeah.
Opinionated.
Big
for
facts.
No,
Big-
those are big facts.
Shut up.
Stop.
Excuse me.
But as is Dice and Paper tradition, before we get back into the campaign proper, we have to do a quick recap, and Isabel unfortunately has the duty of doing
No, it's the best.
well, it's after a
We just
week
haven't
break.
done it.
It feels like it's been a
God,
long
I
time.
feel so. I just laughed at duty. I feel like a kid, like a fucking 2-year-old.
Hey man, nothing wrong with being a child.
Okay, that's
We
funny.
okay. All of you
sometimes.
can shut up. We sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons for 4 hours.
Hey,
a
shut
week.
up,
We're in
okay?
Adrian's basement.
Yeah,
Shut up.
that's
Don't say
painted
those
like
things.
a tavern and dungeon, so you guys can. Actually, I was the one that did all this.
you played
You
yourself
can't
right into
win.
that one.
All right.
Played
Anyway,
yourself,
recap.
bro. Played yourself.
Yeah.
Recap.
Last time we got to the harbor finally, and just sort of visited a bunch of places, talked to some people. We went to the embassy. We went to the
That was eventful.
The president.
Hotel.
Orion was the president.
I'm the president.
Ryan made a super ass
I'm the
out of
goddamn
himself.
president.
Oh, yeah, I remember what happened last year.
Yeah, tavern. Checked out a tavern.
Shut up.
And that was really all we did.
It was not the
Busto.
most eventful episode.
It was a little bit of a
It was
clusterfuck.
It was a fun one though. Well, that was because of you.
It was all your fault.
That was the closest Busto has ever come to dying.
Oh yeah, Busto.
Wait, really?
Yeah, level 5. I got
Busto.
level 5 exhaustion. Dude.
Again.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got, you got
Before
level
that.
4.
No, I
No,
Oh, yeah,
but
no,
the episode,
6 is death, right.
Episode 13 was the closest you've ever been to dying.
Yeah.
That was, you were at 5.
In
that
the middle
one.
of a
And then
field.
At the beginning of the first one, you were down to 4.
Yeah.
Well, I now officially, I believe I have no exhaustion.
I think everyone is.
I think
good
you're
at this point.
you're free.
We're all
Let's-
sleeping right now, so.
Yeah.
You did
We're good.
communion with
So-
my patron.
The comedian?
Oh, yeah. Fuck, I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
And that was weird. Some weird stuff.
Weird stuff.
Weird
More
shit
stuff.
happened.
Just
You should
because,
really go back and watch it.
because me and Arthur fucked this up before, we're going to take this time now, after the long rest, which I'm assuming we have,
Mhm.
to prepare any spells that we want to prepare.
I already did.
Okay.
We're good.
What a boot. I tried to say dude and boy at the
Yeah,
same time.
yeah,
It's
what
like,
a
"Ooh."
What a
I wasn't gonna count
That
my
came out
pride.
really weird. I'll call you a boo. That's fine. What a boo.
That's sweet.
Thank you, Trevor. I really do appreciate it.
Anyways, when we last left our heroes, the very last thing that happened was Busto entered communion using using your special knife as a conduit, and when he returned from communion, the knife was a glaive, and it was just sort of shifting back into a little dagger again.
And for the stream, they saw on my left arm all of the cuts that I've had.
From, not from being a troubled youth.
Yes,
From,
I
uh,
was.
no,
It's not
no.
because Busto is edgy as hell.
No.
I promise.
Busto.
No,
Um,
it's because you can enter communion with something that isn't your patron. It just takes a ritual of some sort, and blood ritual is the easiest.
Yes.
Very costly. It can kind of fuck you up, but
Scar your arm, I
easiest.
guess.
And yeah, so where we left off, you did that. We're gonna come back in the morning, not right at the same moment. You guys, who was all sleeping in the room? Was it-
Everyone but me.
Everyone but Orion.
Where were you?
I went back to the caravan.
Right. So Cal, Nick, and Busto, you're reawoken by a in the morning. And you can actually hear there's a duk 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 on your door, and then another one to the left, and it seems like one of the tavern keeps is just going down the hallway, knocking on doors to wake people up. So I think as tradition, Nick, you're probably not quite awake yet,
That's
but I'd say Cal and Busto, you probably wake up at this, and you can see that it's day out. There's a pretty hard sunlight coming in through the window of Pygmy House Inn. I believe that's where you are.
Yes.
And Orion,
I would
you're
assume
still
I'd
in the
be
caravan.
awake if the
Were you
sun-
drunk? I forget. I think you
Pretty,
might
like
be-
82% sure he was like.
I
he
think
got
you might have
He
been-
must
I think
have.
you were
There's no other excuse.
I was drunk before.
You
Um,
always get shit
and then-
faced, so.
right. Yeah, because you took you had boar juice in the caravan, so you should be fine by now. Maybe a little the ends of a hangover, but you did get really
Two-day
wasted the day before.
It's true.
So, I say you wake up, Busto and Cal. You kind of look over Nick, and you see the other is awake, but neither wants to really move for fear of waking her up right away.
Morning, Busto.
Good morning, Cal.
Sleep well.
Much better.
It's better than being on the road.
Yes.
I think today we have to get a boat, right? We have to head down south, and we decided to do it by boat. Is that correct? Did we?
That was an option.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think we decided that.
Nick got a piece of paper from whatever his name was. Jesus.
The guy at the embassy.
Pow. I can find his name. Eric Waterhouse.
Yeah.
He gave you a little government sheet that said, because you impersonated a noble, and you got a sheet that said you could go to Chesnick to get a boat built.
Yeah.
Oh, I can figure out what you're doing.
All right.
Good luck. Good luck, bud. You want my vest?
No, I'll just
Okay.
blur it out.
Anyways, yeah. So that was what the situation was, Cal. Yeah, you were gonna get a boat.
All right. Should we wake her up? You think, Busto? Actually, it might be. I don't know. She might want to sleep a little bit longer.
Let me put on some tea.
Sounds good. Yeah. Can I cook? Is there like a self kitchen? You know, like when you go to a nice nice hotel, there's like one of those waffle makers.
It's not that. It's not that sort of hotel. Also, they don't have waffle makers. That should have been the first issue, not the second one.
Yeah.
You can actually smell breakfast. Like, it seems to be some sort of pastry, maybe eggs, but it's coming from down the hall somewhere. Does smell good, though. I'll give you that. Well, it's still a bit fishy, because everything here smells a bit fishy.
Right on the ocean.
Because you're right on the ocean. And
Yeah.
there's a giant fish market
Suspicious stuff.
just down the street from
Very
you.
sus.
Very sus.
But Ryan, you would probably be awake by now too. Are you going anywhere or waking these guys up or just hanging out in the caravan?
There isn't really much to do anymore. Is the market open?
Market would be open by
I
now.
want to go check out the market now that it's like not at the end of the day and everybody's home.
Sure. If you head down in the market, it's just sort of this like bustling city. Well, not quite city, but like a little seaside town. You
Sure.
can see all manner of little markets. They're all basically fish themed. You can see some produce and like basic supplies like medical wrap,
But
torches,
mostly food.
that kind of thing. But it's basically just like seafood and ocean products.
Okay. Who can I approach the one that looks like they have like the nicest fish?
I'd say, yeah, I'd say there's this one particularly decadent-looking cart, and they've got this big display out front with a ton of different fish that are all arranged in such a way that it's like the fish, and then it's been chopped up and spread out so you can see the insides, all put on ice. And it actually seems like it's a pretty hot day, so it seems like they must have some sort of a magical cooling effect on this that's keeping it frozen.
Who's the person selling it? Like,
They're not actually at the cart right away. When you first approach, it's just sort of empty, but then after a few seconds, you see this like very deeply olive-skinned man with like almost pale, like almost just white eyes, like a pale blue approach, and then he sort of leans over, looks at you, and goes, "Can I interest you in some fish?"
it's like
Oh, Jesus.
I did not like that noise.
Yeah, you have some very nice fish here.
Oh, I'd hope so. We paid a lot for them,
You paid for them.
of course. I don't fish myself.
You don't fish yourself.
No.
Who'd you buy them from?
He says, "There's people here and there, farmers and workers. A lot of people go out on their own personal boats, and we just buy them in the harbor.
Does everybody here buy them, or does some of them fish themselves?
Well, I pay more, so I buy them. I suppose some people here might be fishermen who happen to have a bit more wealth to open their own booth, but
You don't know them by name?
I don't know them by name.
All right, good talking to you. I'm gonna go on to the next guy. I'm looking for a guy that fishes for himself.
Okay, I will, instead of having you bounce from booth to booth, I will
Nice.
say you wander a bit before you see someone who looks much less like a merchant and more like a worker. He's got
There
the
we
rolled
go.
up sleeves, sort of big, like, scruffy beard. He's got a much smaller cart. It's only got one or two fish, but he does seem to have shellfish, which the other guy didn't have so much of.
Interesting.
But as you approach, he kind of looks. There aren't quite as many people around his cart, and sort of waves to you and says, "Is there anything you want?"
Like, not particularly. Do you catch these yourselves?
Says, "Yeah." Says, I just get too much to eat. You can make a little bit of money on the side selling.
I understand. Do you have some time after if you could sell all these? Would you have some time to show me maybe how to fish out in the ocean?
He says, I've never taught before, but
I'm a quick learner.
do you have gold?
Not much.
Well, then I can't offer much in terms of lessons. I can offer a bit though.
Any little bit helps. I think I'm going on a fishing trip here pretty soon. So
He says, "Sure, if you, I don't know, I'll be back out maybe this evening if you stick around for a bit."
sure.
He says, "My house is just down the way from here.
Alright.
It's right by the water. It's hard to miss."
Alright. And what are these fish here that you have? I've never seen anything like them. Never being to the ocean myself.
You can see the first two are just like regular crabs, but the third, it looks kind of like if you took two crabs and you stuck them together at the head, so it has legs coming out of both sides. And the man behind the counter kind of gestures. He explains, well, the first two are just crabs. Last one is, it's called like a tumbler or something like that. Like,
Interesting.
because it in the sea, it just curls up and just rolls on those four little weird legs.
It's creepy.
How much are
That's so weird.
15 silver pieces. You don't have 15 silver pieces.
Oh, not in silver. In gold, I do.
Oh, they convert.
No,
I know,
yeah.
but I don't really have much gold either.
Oh,
Well, each gold piece is 10 silver pieces.
I have 6 gold pieces.
Oh,
What you deserve.
Jesus, really?
Yeah,
Fuck.
really. I didn't start out with much. And I didn't steal any more.
Unlike some.
Yeah. And I'm the
Haven't stolen
asshole.
any.
He took. Shut up. Oh my god.
Well, I might know some people. I'll spread word. Maybe we can sell all these for you.
just oh, thank you. And he kind of leans down for a handshake, but can't like quite reach, and just sort of
Right.
pats you on the head.
Nah,
Cal,
I
Busto.
like him just a little less now.
You guys are just getting up. Nick has started to stir by now. I said maybe one of you went and brought back some breakfast to the room. Just little pastries. They've got like cream filling in the middle, so they're pretty good.
Cream.
Oh, God, yeah.
That's a
Haven't seen
reference.
it
That's a
yet.
reference
Yeah.
from the future.
Yeah,
Yeah, literally.
I haven't seen it yet. Okay.
Best type of reference.
You'll get it in a week.
Yeah.
So.
That is the most hipster reference you've ever made. Like, just think about it.
Like, you know those memes where it's like, oh, this meme's from 2030, you don't
Yeah,
get it.
yeah,
yeah.
It's that. It's literally that. Shut up.
I'm gonna head out. I'll say. You know, so I was thinking about going up to get some clothes, get some stuff. I kind of want to look a little bit more chipper, you know?
What is chipper?
Do you want to find out?
Is it bad?
No, it's fantastic. It's do you
Is it boar juice?
Gromit looked like he looked really dressed, right? Like
Gromit was
Gromit.
fairly well dressed.
Do you remember Gromit? Remember the man up in the tower, with the dogs? He's chipper. He looks good.
His dogs were chipper.
So you need dogs to be chipper?
No, it's
Yeah.
clothing. It's clothing. You know how you have these rags and that scarf. It looks fantastic, but you could look more chipper.
Okay.
Do you want to come with? I'll wake up Nick real quick and we can go. I feel like she wants some new clothes as well. And if she doesn't, she can just go back to sleep. Alright. I'm gonna go
Okay.
kick Nick.
Yep.
Off the bed.
Cal kicks Nick.
8d8.
Nick, yeah, you're awoken by a kick.
What the hell?
Good morning. You're a little bit late, so I was thinking, let's go get chipper.
What the hell are you? What the fuck?
We wanna. We're gonna go. We're gonna go do some clothes shopping.
Really?
Yeah. Do you wanna come with?
Oh yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
Did you become like a dick in the night though? Cause like, why did you? Like, I don't
No,
know.
I'm energetic. We didn't do much yesterday, so we need to get moving today.
Okay. Where's
Right.
Orion?
Probably still asleep in the car. He probably got wasted on some boar juice.
True. Okay, let's go get some fancy clothes.
How many times in the whole 15 episodes have I slept through daybreak? Once.
I'm not the one making fun of you, man.
I know.
God has not yet started picking on you.
Oh, we didn't even make 7:30 and we started late.
Shut up.
All right.
Anyway,
So we're gonna head out,
Get clothes.
and I'm assuming Gusto and we all have tea.
Yeah.
Of course.
of course you did.
Only
I-
the finest tea.
I had all of mine though, cause I just I took shots.
Shotsy.
Shots of
You don't
scalding
have to
hot
wait for
tea.
it to cool either, because your teeth.
That's true.
That's a benefit.
My mouth
yeah.
doesn't burn.
That's actually
Fair.
ideal.
Fair.
Anyway, so you guys head out. Head out of the Pygmy House Inn. The Shrike twins wave at you. Olivia's is much more energetic,
I
and
love
Max is sort of just a
her.
little just a little clawed hand in and out. But should you walk out into this market and you see it's just this sort of open section of town. Are you going to look just in the market, or are you looking for like an actual tailor?
Ooh, what are we looking?
Let's start with the less expensive things first, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds good. Yeah, so the market. No tailors for right now.
For
Okay.
right now.
I'd say heading down towards the market, down near the harbor proper, it's like the more fish space, everything. But the actual, like the other like basic supplies, you're gonna have to stick near the edges, kind of away from the main hubbub. But you see a couple little shops where people are just selling trinkets, and there is one with this sort of tall elven woman who's selling clothes, just like basic sort of types.
Guys, is Busto gonna get clothes?
Big and tall.
You're
for
just
him,
talking to
maybe.
me.
Yeah, but is he gonna get clothes?
We'll see.
Okay.
Let's go to the elven one first.
Okay.
I got the shoes.
You can see as you approach, she has these just like two racks. One like the one on the left is all these like big clothes. The one on the right is like dwarven clothes, and then in the back is like human clothes. And each seems to have a sort of just the basic arrangement of like common and traveling clothes.
Trevor, can I just say right now, I feel really bad, but you're gonna have to redo all the character pictures.
Really?
Clothes.
Well, if we get new clothes.
That's a good point.
I'm not
Alright.
getting.
'Cause I need to update them anyway.
Okay.
But they're so good.
There we go.
I just
Um,
need. I'm not gonna change the drawings. I'm just gonna like
Add
retexture
things.
stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
That reminds me. This one hasn't changed.
Is it? Oh, it's not, is it? It's all good. Yeah, we're gonna go up to the thingy-mabopper.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm kind of walking up to the cashier, basically.
Just. Oh, can I interest you in something here?
I need to be chipper.
Oh, an interesting request.
So where are your dogs?
I don't have-
I am chipper now, and I kind of point to Wolfie and I touch his head.
Wolfie seems very pleased. He sort of nuzzles up against your hand. She
But-
says,
But I need to be more chipper.
well, I think you've already got a perfectly fine dog there right now. I don't see why you'd need any more. I do have clothes, though. I can dress you up a bit if you want.
He does
I was
want.
gonna say dog clothes. Shut up. I know. I want to be chipper, so I want dogs.
'Cause I don't sell dogs. I think, and she sort of starts to.
Do you have a bow tie?
Sort of looks like she's kind of like getting more panicked and looking at you. And
Do you
then
have a
when
bow
you say
tie?
that, she's like, oh yes, we have a few bow ties back here.
We'll take the widest one. The one that he has a pretty big neck. The guy we're getting it for.
True. And she goes back. She brings back a couple of different sizes.
Not wearing
Kind
that thing.
Not you.
of looks around his neck for
Your
a
dog.
second, and then picks out one which is like a sort of reddish black bow tie. It's like a maroon sort of color.
That's
Um,
nice.
I like my
And
Grab
she
that one.
offers it you, and she says, would this be all right?
That looks. Well, do you mind if we fit it real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
Where's Wolfie? I'm gonna put it around Wolfie's neck.
She looks really confused.
Oh my god, he looks
Buster, do
so
you like
cute.
it? It looks like exactly what Gromit was talking about.
Is it good?
Now you're Chipper.
I would like to cast detect magic.
Sure.
Oh no.
No, I can't do that. It's metagaming. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm right
so
next to it. I'm pretty magic.
that like filter comes over your eyes, and you can see they're both magic. The woman isn't magic, and neither are any of the clothes.
The bow tie is.
The bow tie is not magic.
It's the least man.
And
In fact, it's negative
we
magic.
can't fool him with kid
Takes
tricks
away.
anymore.
He's like a kid
So
with like
you're-
super cool toys. He's like from Spy Kids.
That's
With
he
detect
is one of
magic
the Spy
on,
Kids.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I found shit.
down near the harbor, you can see most of Telecheck is fairly unmagical, but there are these two bright spots off in the distance right across the river from you
That are magic.
that are magical. One seems to be more magical but farther away than the other.
Across the river?
Yep.
So like south?
South.
Okay.
Is there another map under there?
Not of
No.
Telecheck. I
Okay.
found mine under here, and there's another map underneath there. Not a
2
title.
magic. Are they points, basically?
They're too far away to make out. They're a ways off.
Oh.
Is the problem?
Can I determine what school they are?
Is there a range limit on?
Technically, it's 30 feet.
I'd say
They're
this range is
further-
hard to figure out.
they're
I'll
further
I'll say
than
you can
30
see
feet.
them, but
Yeah, I
They're
figured.
further than 30 feet.
they're a bit. I didn't realize it was that close, but. Oh.
Whatever.
You've given it away now,
He
Trevor.
has 22
Uh-huh.
passive perception. It's fine.
That's
Yeah.
You know that's fair. But no, not from this distance. You can't quite tell what school they are.
Just kind of like coming out of it. That is no bow tie from Gromit.
Just well, no. My name's Connie, not Gromit.
Oh, what he's talking about someone else. Sorry. No, but so it looks like it, and you said you wanted to be Chipper, right? I mean, you don't need dogs to be Chipper. It was because what he was wearing. If you don't want to get clothes, that's perfectly understandable. You just want to.
So, dog that has clothes is Chipper.
Hey, Cal
Exactly.
and Busto, both of you guys, I'm gonna be real with you. I think the word that you're looking for is dapper.
Chipper.
Chipper means you're happy. Dapper means you dress well.
No.
Yeah.
That one? No, it wasn't. It was a 7. Oh. It was an intelligence check. I mean, which I have like plus 3
Actually,
on.
while we're rolling dice, could I have you?
Wait,
three-
Cal would never say Chipper if he meant Dapper. Can we just like retcon that entire thing?
Nope. You said Chipper.
But Chipper does mean good looking, like well dressed too.
No,
We're gonna find out here.
Guys, I don't think it matters that much. Well,
Don't worry about
what are we rolling?
Could you guys roll perception checks for me real quick?
Sure.
The old perception.
Yours is gonna be insane.
16, I think.
Busta, is it under
I
30?
naturally rolled higher than that.
Yeah, 16.
21.
21.
You didn't naturally roll.
21 is the score to beat, Busto.
I beat that 26.
Jesus,
Okay.
I thought it rolled good.
Yeah,
for
you
one
guys all rolled
time.
fairly well. You notice as you're arguing, Connie's kind of like seems to be like almost itching her neck.
She's
And then
a druggie. Can I make an insight check?
Jesus
bit of
Christ.
a jump there. Let me at least finish the description before you condemn her. No, you can actually look as
Drugs.
you look when she pulls her hand away. She's got these little like red marks on her neck. And then you're actually looking. She has similar ones like on her hands, and there are a few little,
Red marks?
just like
Like
little,
right here?
almost just like little red bites.
Can I make a medicine check?
Yeah,
to
I
see
want to
if
make a
notice
medicine
Sure.
check as well.
I just want to say Chipper means cheerful and lively. Dapper means well
Fuck,
dressed.
really?
23.
Okay.
Fucking told you.
23.
I really thought.
They look
what
like
was it? Medicine?
Yep.
22. Fuck you.
Oh,
I still
that
rolled higher
sucks.
than you.
they look.
I did
They just
23.
look like little
Yeah.
like.
I know. That's how I was saying. Fuck you.
Chill out. They look like just like recent animal bites, like from mice or rodents, that kind of thing.
That's a popular thing. That's the Black Death. That's the plague, boys.
Yeah. Rut-row.
We in Europe.
I'm not gonna bring it up.
I'm not.
Oh, yeah, that would be
Okay.
rude.
Can I please roll perception for something else?
Sure.
How many other people have those?
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
May I do it
20
as well?
total.
You got
20 total?
May I do it as well?
perception?
Because I think Cal would have thought the same thing.
It's
Sure.
not even that high.
I'd say you guys kind of you're not exactly unless you're going around like
17.
looking at people. I'm assuming you're staying. Are you staying in the little cart here, or are you just leaving to go look at people?
The cart? We're in a cart?
We're in
Like
her
booth,
shop.
whatever.
Oh.
I'm
It's
just
like
gonna-
an. It's
No,
like a
I would
gazebo.
just stay in there and kind of look around.
Yeah. That's
You're
fine.
the only people in there besides her right now. But
Is it closed off?
no, it's just like a gazebo. But if you just like look
Yeah.
back, and sort of look
Out
at the
into the
crowds
street.
going past, you notice there occasionally there are just people walking by who also have little red marks on like their face and neck.
Okay.
It's like a big flea market, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I envisioned at first.
Literally.
Buster, do you think this is? Do you like this? We can just give it back to her if you don't.
If it make me look chipper,
I
sure.
think it makes the pair of you look fantastic, and it's actually dapper. I don't know why I can't.
He'll
over me.
never get that.
Cal is smart, okay? I am not. I
No,
would not
he'll
have said
never
that.
get that.
Yeah, I'm not. We're never getting it.
Okay, well, Cal knows that it's dapper, and he fucked up for the past minute and a half. Longer than
It's a
that.
whole walk from.
Yeah,
from
longer
Market.
than that.
What?
10 minutes.
What you want? Kind of looking at the cashier.
She goes, oh, well, it's a pretty nice bow tie, but you're not really getting anything else with it.
Cal,
2 or
will
3
you
gold
get me
pieces?
Clothes?
3?
Cal.
Okay, I had like 160 gold when we started this. I have 60 now because I've spent so much money on all you guys.
Oh, you give to the poor. You're so nice.
I know. I should be saving it to give to the poor, not to you fucks.
But you already did.
The poor deserve it more than you guys. Nick, I'm sorry, but I don't think I can.
Fucking I'm poor.
Get away.
I want to see how much fucking gold you
Not
have.
a lot. He took like $20 from me.
It's 56. That's as much as I have. Okay.
Hey, I'm poor.
Yeah, I know you are. Nick, I think
Help
it'd
me
be really cool if you could buy your own. But I'm just gonna. Buster, do you have any gold?
Whatever. He has at least 10.
Kind of pulling out like a little sack,
Mm-hmm.
opening it, pulling out 2 silver.
Mm-hmm.
Is that actually? No, Busto, you don't want to. You don't really. That's been in places.
Oh man, no.
That's a bad idea.
Also,
That's
you
not
do that
gold.
with gold, not silver.
Yeah, you do it with gold to see if it's actually gold.
That was the joke. Damn it, guys.
Yeah.
Today is not good for mental.
Yeah, we're all just like. To be fair, half of us are sick, but
Yeah.
like.
True. And I pull out 2 gold.
There you go, bud. There you go.
Does 2 gold work? We're trying to teach him to use his own money.
It's hard.
He's the oldest out of all of us.
He's
This
like
is-
400.
This is it's fine. I have no burning desire to keep it. You can 2 gold is fine.
Thank you so much. Busto, give the kind lady her gold.
Could he have bit through him?
Honestly, probably.
Just throw the gold at her.
Can I
Yeah.
make a dex check to try to grab him?
Sure.
Because I really don't want her to get like an eye just fucking on the
That
floor or
one,
some
you
shit.
poke her in the eye.
It wasn't an at one, but it was definitely
That was a
close.
6.
3.
3.
3?
That was a 3
She
plus
was, like,
0,
tripped.
which is 3.
Oh.
Yeah, so Busto like throws it, and no, he like throws it. It bounces off her legs, and then you go.
I'm sorry, I was really trying to catch that. I don't want you to get hurt or anything.
She just sort of looks down.
Friggin'
I was
weave.
I
A
was
gold
down.
coin
I
hit her in
was-
the leg.
She reaches down and
I
just
thought I was
picks
gonna
up
hit
the
her in,
gold,
like, the eye or something.
picks up the gold off the ground, and just goes. It's all right, and just tucks it into a
Damn it.
little
You should have
satchel.
asked where's the head.
I'm gonna tie the bow tie onto Wolfie.
Aw.
He looks very chipper.
Stop it. Stop it. Which means he's cheerful.
I think Wolfie's pretty much always cheerful, but
Aw.
He also has gang tattoos, but it's fine.
He
Yeah.
went through
They've covered up half
It was
of
a
them, though.
phase.
Can him and Cal be good friends?
Cow or cow?
Cow.
Okay, I always
Yeah,
hear
we
cow.
need to, yeah.
yeah.
Cow.
Anyway,
I don't know. I don't know if they're from the same walks of life.
Can we call
Anyway.
him Moo Moo?
That's
No.
cute.
Anyway,
Call
Anyway.
Spots.
Busto's just gonna leave at this point. I don't care.
Okay, well, he's
Busto.
gone. Do you have any shirts for me that could fit, or any other dress shirts or anything, or a jacket?
She just behind her. She's like, yeah, we have lots of stuff. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
You have anything blue?
Probably. And she goes back and goes through for a few seconds, then pulls out 2 different blue ones. One more like a sort of simple design, very similar to the one you have right now, just blue.
Plain blue. Yep.
And another one with like almost this like, you know, like those tribal edged ones where it's like the patterns on the ends
Yeah,
of the
those are
sleeve
nice.
and the
Yeah.
neck. This one doesn't have a collar so much either. She kind of holds up the 2 of them towards you.
I'll take the solid blue one. Thank you.
What? You
Sure.
could get a fancy shirt and you're like...
She hands it over to you. And she says that 11 gold pieces for that one. These are a nice shirt. These are fine clothes. You can get commoners' clothes too, which are a lot cheaper. But
Other blue?
how many
dress
blue?
shirt?
Sure. She goes through for a few seconds and pulls out another one. It's very similar to one. It looks like it's made out of like a cheaper material, and you can see it's a little threadbare near the
How
bottom.
much would that be?
A gold?
It's fantastic.
Yeah, she takes back the other one and hangs it up.
Do you have like a brown leather jacket or anything, or something I can put over this?
Just sure. She goes through a bit again and says, the only one we have is it's one of the more nicer ones. But she does have a proper brown jacket.
And how much would that be? Shit.
15 gold pieces.
Is it really nice?
They're
Is it-
fine
is it-
clothes.
is it like-
These are decidedly fine.
Does it look like a
clothes.
denim jacket? Like, you know, this denim jacket look, except leather? Because that's what I'm going for.
Sort of like that.
That's so funny.
It's got those big cuffed sleeves, that kind of thing.
Nick, you wouldn't mind lending me 5 gold?
Ugh, I would mind. You never give me any of the candy that I know you have in your bag, and
Here's a piece of candy. Can you give me 5 gold?
yeah, okay.
Thank
Give
you.
me 5 gold.
Jesus. Okay. So that. Okay, I'll take that. So that's just what, 11 gold?
No, that one was
Subtract.
15, bud.
Yeah, but I have 5 now. So so I'm minus 5 and then added 1 to the 10, so 11. Yeah. Okay. So
And
I'm
you have
gonna
to
go
subtract
change.
a piece of candy.
I don't have any candy on my actual inventory. I just know I have
add
it.
some.
How much candy did I get from Forge?
4, right?
6 or so pieces.
Six,
You also
so
have the little
5.
potions, by the way.
Yeah, I do know that. How many of those do I have?
4.
4. Okay, 4 potions.
Hmm.
Can I just say I got a name for cow? It's Milkshake.
Oh
Milkshake.
my god.
It's the first one on this list, and I love
I
it.
hate you so much.
There's some things we
What
just
about Big
can't
Mac?
say.
Okay, I'm gonna go change.
Biggest Mac.
Or meatloaf.
That's a little scary.
I'm gonna go change. So I have the blue dress shirt. And,
Gluten-free.
That's
Winnie the
cute.
Moo.
and now it looks like my mini. I finally look like my mini.
You've done it.
Good job, Cal.
Hey, Connie,
Yes, dear.
can I have a dress?
Just sure. Any sort of make you want? Fine. Commoner.
It doesn't need to be fancy. I just want it.
She says sure. She goes through and she has like a black one that's a bit longer and almost a silvery colored one, which seems to end in these almost like sharp points around the bottom.
Oh.
Which one looks nice to run around in? Which one is best running
Silver one would be the better choice.
capabilities? Okay, I'll go with that one.
Okay. Yeah. She looks at it for a second and goes, I'd say this would be 8 gold pieces.
Okay.
Does that sound like a deal to you?
Yeah, done and done. Thanks very much.
And she hands it over.
You're so sweet. What's that on your neck there?
She goes, oh, it's just rat bites, you know.
Rat bites.
It's been an issue around Telecheck for a while now. They just get in, chew up the merchandise, you know, that kind of thing.
Ew.
They're just a pain in the ass.
Do they have heads perchance?
Most of the ones I've seen,
Their brains aren't out, right?
no, they're just rats.
Cool, lucky you. I mean, obviously not because you have a rat infestation. Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. Sorry about the rats.
I was just, I'm assuming it's not your fault, so yeah, it's okay.
I'll go now.
She just goes, come again. Thank you for your purchases.
Yeah, no problem. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, so Cal, you as you are sort of heading back to the shop after changing, you see Nick just kind of come out of the booth with this very kind of spiky silver dress is really the best word.
Isn't this cute?
Yeah, that looks nice.
Yeah. Okay, so my plan is I'm gonna dress up so I look nice,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna go get a boat.
And I'll be your bodyguard.
Yes.
Sounds
And
good.
okay, listen to this. This
Yes.
is my plan. You know how we don't have money, any money at all,
Yes.
but the church will pay us for expenses. We'll just be like, we'll pay you for the boat later, and have the church wire them the money.
It's a good point.
So that we'll not be stealing.
It's a really good point.
Yeah, I knew you'd like that one. Okay.
That sounds good, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get dressed. Will you do my hair fancy?
I feel like I've done this before.
I'll give you
Yeah.
advantage on the sleight of hand check.
Alright,
Oh
I'm gonna
my
go
God.
for it. I'm gonna go for it.
Oh, this is such a
12. Okay, so 12. Sleight of hand, which is 0, so 12.
Yeah. So Cal,
Can I
How's-
assist?
do you have?
Yes, please.
Okay.
His hair's
He's
pretty
gonna put a
long.
branch in it or something. It's gonna look like a fucking crow's nest.
It's avant-garde.
You could
bitch.
put a
Here's what I'm gonna do. Something. I don't totally believe you would be helpful, So I'm gonna have you roll your own sleight of hand. If you get above a 10, I'll let you roll one more time and take the higher. If you get below a 10, you have to roll again and take it even if it's lower.
Natural or with bonuses?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Natural or
With sleight of hand.
With your
Sleight
bonuses
of
for
hand.
sleight of hand.
Okay, he got a 13
Alright.
naturally.
Okay, go ahead and roll again. If it's higher than your previous one.
No, it's not.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. So he does have this. It's fairly fancy. It's a bit loose, but you know it
Well, I
looks
don't
good.
know.
Block of range.
15 total
I wasn't
for
a
mine.
hairdresser. I was a soldier, so I mean, good.
It's
Yeah.
functional.
Which is
That's for sure.
You're used to
Fine.
scalping.
Yeah, I'm used to scalping now.
So I'm
hair.
gonna be fancy in my new dress, my new hair, and I'm gonna march on down to Chesnick's.
Chesnick.
Kenny Chesney.
It's not Kenny you made that joke last time.
it's,
Did she?
it's the immediate connection.
I don't know if it was on stream, but I know you said Kenny Chesney because I remember getting annoyed about the fact that it does totally sound like Kenny Chesney.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go to his boat
He
building
doesn't have
shop.
any kids.
Okay.
Shut up.
I'd say, Orion, while you're sort of wandering around in the fish market, you do see the three of them.
Okay.
They're talking pretty loudly, I'll be honest. Cal's wearing some new clothes, and Nick is in this.
I look
very-
really good.
Yeah, she's in this
Mighty
very
chipper.
fancy silver dress, and her hair's. It looks pretty good.
It looks chipper, you could say.
So wait,
It
did I
does
hear
look
that they're
chipper.
gonna go to like Chesnick and Sons or whatever? You said they're talking.
You probably wouldn't have heard them saying they're going to Chesnick, but you do see they're walking across the bridge in that direction.
What time? What time is it?
Early morning.
Still early?
9, 10, maybe.
I would have heard it.
I mean, yeah, you hear
You're with
everything.
them.
You're with them.
Yeah, you're with them.
Well, I left.
He left,
I
Oh,
but he's in
yeah.
the area.
I'm gonna
and
go
he can
follow
hear
them.
If he's within a mile, he can
Yeah,
hear you.
honestly.
What is the range limit on your hearing? It's like ridiculous,
none.
right?
It's very high.
There might as well be
Have you?
none.
You don't have eagle eye, do you?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
it's a threat.
I'm screwed once you get because that's you can read lips from what like 3,000
like a
feet
billion,
or something.
Yeah.
And I also get it at level 8 because I can naturally wild shape into an eagle, which
Oh.
automatically gives me
no.
eagle eye. And because I have observant. My
Well, level
passive-
8, you'll also get your next ability check and Eagle Eyes of Feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can either you can take
turn
it
into an
feet.
eagle.
I
or
could
always
take
have.
I could take eagle eye and
Does
turn
it
into an
stack? Eagle eye, eagle. I would definitely see that's cool enough. It would definitely stack. What would that be? 3,000 times 3,000?
eagle. I guess.
3,000
I'll just
square
say
feet.
like you
Oh
can
my
see
God.
to the fucking other continent. Like holy crap.
Okay.
We'll cross that bridge when we
and
get
then you
there.
can fly, so you can see even further.
Busto turns into a telescope.
Honestly.
I just hold
That
on.
can
Yes.
fly.
He
so
can
you
pick out individual like rocks on the moon.
That's my favorite rock. Gotta say.
All
This
right.
big.
So we're going to that guy's.
Yeah, we are.
Chesnick.
Orion, what are you doing?
Can I go to the tavern?
Sure.
I don't really want to be there.
Okay.
Do I see him? He sees us.
Go ahead and roll perception for me.
I see him.
Busto sees him. I don't know if Busto says anything, but
17.
I'd say you probably notice it. You get that kind of feeling someone's watching, and when you look over, you see Orion, and he kind of like looks away,
I wasn't really
emo.
paying attention to him, but alright.
just passing
I'm
glance.
still
then.
just going over to.
So,
Okay.
oh, this is so sad.
I looked away.
Oh.
Oh man, that's it.
It's not my fault. He said I looked away.
Anyway, so you guys cross over this little wooden bridge to the other side of town. The settlements are a lot less densely packed here. It seems to be more like private homes and more affluent businesses down by the shore. Chesnick has his house out right on the edge of this little bluff over the water, but it is a very small house to make boats in. Like it's hardly bigger than like a large shed, really. And as you approach, you can see it's just painted. It's up at like it's very cute, but that is adorable. But it's up at the top of this little hill, where Orion got into a bit of a tussle last time. But upon reaching the top, you can see there is this heavy oak door that is cracked slightly ajar. And it does say right above the door, there's this big hanging sign that says Chesnick and Sons.
And it's the door's open?
The door is open.
Shut up.
I'm gonna go up first and
Okay.
kind of open it slowly and peer in.
You see, it's literally just an empty room. There's like a couple tools scattered about, and then a little counter where this, the best way I can describe him, deeply middle-aged human man with close-cut black-gray hair and this pretty impressive but controlled beard. He looks to be fairly heavily muscled but not lean, so he's husky, really is the best word for that.
Okay.
And he's just sort of standing on the desk. Or standing on the ground with his elbows up on the desk, just sort of looking at you guys as you enter.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
That is a really funny
Yeah,
image of him just standing on the desk.
Right over
I've been
there.
expecting.
He's like, I know who you are.
No, but upon entering, he doesn't actually acknowledge you. He looks at you, and you can see his eyebrows raised slightly, but he doesn't say anything.
Hi.
Hello?
So I was told that this is the place to get a boat.
It is. I'm the best boat builder in the world. You are going to have to wait in line a bit. There's a lot of boats I have ready.
I don't mean to be any inconvenience, and I really hope that you don't take this as such. And I pull out the little piece of paper. But a darling man named Eric down at the embassy gave me this little thing, and I passed it over.
He takes it and he looks at it for a second, and he's kind of fully covering you up, and then he tilts it down like this and looks at you and says, Eric's a moron. You're not a royal.
That's so rude.
It's accurate.
Excuse me. What?
Did Eric ask for your seals? Did he ask your house name?
No.
You're not a royal.
Dun 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 dun.
He folds up the piece of paper and he just tucks it into his pocket and says, "Look, dear.
We may not be royal, but we.
I let him say what he was gonna say.
Do you have the money for a boat?"
Yes.
You do.
Not on us.
We're contracted adventurers, and our employer will pay any expenses.
He looks at you for a second, and you can see his eyes almost kind of focus on you, and then they grow like steely hard. And he says, and he reaches back and picks out this, picks out a big wrench and he whips it over one of your shoulders. And you can see it hits a wall behind you, and when you turn around, you can see it has nailed this big fat rat, like right in the head, and just splattered on the wall. And he says, if I let you pay after the fact, I'm not going to get paid.
What?
What a smart man.
We saving the world.
This is, I figured. That's usually what the adventure types are doing. You don't have money for a boat, I'm assuming.
We're with the temple of Oakstead.
What is it? Temple of the First King?
Temple of the First
Yeah.
King. He says, yes, I'm familiar. He says, I don't care who sent you if you don't have coin. I have a lot of very affluent and very important people waiting on their ships that I really should get back to.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why are you so grumpy?
He's just trying to do his job.
He says, I'm a boat builder. I'm doing my job. Doesn't that seem like the sort of thing a boat builder should do?
Yeah, but can't you be a nice boat
Do you know?
builder?
Do you know anyone going down the coast?
You, I assume.
Do you know anyone else?
Not personally, no. Look. Here, come here. How much coin do you have?
Oh, sorry, I can't say this without laughing. I'm sorry.
Says, look, I have a boat. I made it a while ago. Nobody came to pick it up. If you can muster up 600 or so gold pieces,
don't have
it's
that.
yours.
Scared the
That's
shit out
Sarah,
of
are you okay?
me. Holy fuck.
Acting.
Throw slams his head on the roof.
How long have rats been here?
I thought that as well.
Years. You can.
Yeah,
You
they're
go get
not-
rid of them. I'm sure someone will pay you. Says,
The
look,
rats. You think someone will pay 600 gold for us to get rid of rats?
not 600 gold.
Well, we don't have any.
Says, Look.
I have.
Or so? We don't have any. Not enough to be given away. Not enough to pay for anything.
I just like take my little gold pouch, which is obviously very very small, and a pouch.
yeah. How much gold is in the pouch?
18.
18.
That's 3 times the amount.
And I just like plop it on the
That's
counter.
so funny.
He can't be spending his gold.
He says, what are you doing? You busy next couple of days? Next couple of hours?
Not for the next couple of hours, but we should get leaving today.
Says, if
Is anyone leaving the harbor
We need
today?
a boat to do it.
says, look, you're the adventuring type.
No.
Obviously. If you're willing to do me a favor, I'll give you 200 gold pieces up front. You have to come up with the rest, but
What might that be?
I'm working on a project, a personal one, and I need a mast for my ship, and there's a tree that my father's father well, there's a tree out in the woods that my family, that is, planted, and I'm ready to go cut it down.
You want us to cut it down for you?
No, I just want you to come along and keep watch.
And we can sing little songs and tell fun stories.
I don't think that's what he
and
means,
we can share cheese and crackers.
Sounds
and
good.
you can walk 50 paces behind me.
We can yell some.
That sounds good. We have one more group member. If you don't mind, I'm gonna go grab
He's
him.
the one he was in here yesterday. I met him.
Was he a polar bear by chance?
He was trying to be.
Yeah, he
You're a
tries.
good polar bear.
He says,
He's a really shit polar bear.
Honestly,
Busta would
it's
not
true.
have said that.
Bullshit.
Tell
I'm
it,
joking.
Bus.
You turn into a polar bear very weak.
he says, look,
Do it.
We'll go get him. We'll come back and
Unless you want us to leave him behind, we're fine with that too.
he says,
he's useful.
it's your choice. There's just strength in numbers.
Okay.
When we leave.
Whenever you get back.
We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Wait. You guys go get him. I think I'll hang out with this guy. Because I have a couple more questions for you, man.
I know. I'll see you two in 10 minutes. Good luck.
Thank you.
And he looks away from you, and he says nothing, but you can tell you've been dismissed. And you head back out of the store. Nick stays behind, and you go to look for Orion. Nick, we're gonna stick with you for a second. Once they leave, he kind of sort of stretches, and then
Put him away.
It's
and then
I love him.
he walks out from behind the counter and goes over to this little chest near one of the corners and starts rummaging around. And after a few moments, he pulls out a fairly hefty sized axe, and he throws it over his shoulder and goes, "What do you want to ask?"
What are you expecting in this forest, like, to the ends that you need, like, some weird guys to follow you and protect you?
He says, "You're adventurers. This is an adventurer. There will be danger. We've gone out in the woods before, and anyone who I've sent to try and scout it out hasn't come back.
Oh. What's out there?
There's dryads, probably, will-o-wisps, ghosts, bullet, who knows?
Well, like, almost all the things you just listed are, in effect, cute girls, so I don't think there's gonna be a problem.
I want to know what Adrian's laughing at real quick. Was it the little...
It was really dumb.
Thing. It was the stupid.
I didn't even notice it, but Nate was like, he said Boldu.
And then paused. And then Adrian's reaction got me going.
You guys are morons. He says,
Yeah.
look, there'll be danger. Just get ready, okay?
you Chesnick or the son?
Oh.
Yeah, when you say that, he kind of rears back and he says, I'm Chesnick. Thank you. Hannibal Chesnick. Best boat builder in the world.
Hannibal. That's cute.
Questionable. I'm not there.
Hannibal.
Please don't kill me.
Where is the son?
Says, well, I just reckon that's what you name a boat shop, isn't it?
Okay. Alright. Cool. Where's the boat? Like, where do you make the boats?
He says, I have a deal. I'm gonna fucking throw this D20
I don't
at
know
you.
what it is. He's trying to tell me something.
I thought you were saying that you named the boat shop Where Is My Son?
This is why me and him shouldn't sit next to each other.
We don't.
We need something. We need a real person.
You need a
between
buffer.
us.
The stool.
Yeah, stool can be right there.
We need a
Stool.
wall.
Continue.
What were we even talking?
I asked where you build the boats. Your
He says,
shop
oh.
is so ding.
He says, I have a friend, I rent space from him, and he points, and you can see there's a door in the back, that just has this big padlock on it.
Ooh.
Shut up.
I don't know why I'm giggling so much
Yeah.
now.
Apparently you're having a fucking
Gets me
mental
going.
breakdown.
He gets me riled up.
Can you unlock it?
He says, sure. And he looks kind of defeated when he says that, and he reaches under his counter and he pulls out this ornate golden key. And then he walks to the back of... Do you need some water? I have a little extra milk back here.
I don't know.
So he pulls out this little ornate key and he walks to the back, and he sticks the key in and he twists it once, twice, 3 times, and he pops the door open, and you can see there's this massive open room behind it, with these big black fabric walls, and you can see there's several boats scattered around, in various stages of construction, propped up on these big like metal arms, and he just sort of shows you for a second, and then he grabs the door and he pulls it shut again.
You know what though? That's the perfect space to like dance in.
He says, it does look a bit like a ballroom, doesn't it?
Do you want to dance with me until they get back?
We're not-
Please. You look like you'd be so happy if you would dance.
'Cause I'm not going back there, and if I close the door with you in it, you'll run out of oxygen.
What? Is it magic?
He says, well, it is going out the back of my building over a bluff, so
That's so true.
yes, it is magic. Look, when he kind of looks up to see if Cal and Busto have come back yet, and
We're coming back with him.
yeah,
How do
I
you know you
figured.
got me?
We definitely got you.
And he pulls you closer for a second, and he says, look, Nick. Never mind. Sorry. And then, right around when he says that, you hear a at the door, and Cal pushes it open with, I'm assuming, you two in tow.
I had dialogue prepared, but I guess it doesn't really matter.
We can go back a second and
Rick on.
no, just have like see what happened with you guys while they were out.
Oh yeah, I was in the tavern.
Sure. So yeah, Cal and Buster, you left out of this little shop, and you kind of had to wander around for a bit. I'd say you basically stopped for a second and thought about it and went, yeah, he's probably in the tavern. And so you went to go check there, and what were you up to?
Well, I wanted to go up to the bartender.
Sure.
Is there just one, I assume?
Great start.
I'm not kidding.
Not cliche.
Jesus.
He hasn't even done anything yet. How are you giving him shit already? Yeah, there's this guy, Scotty.
Wow.
I think that you met him previously, Scotty Shuttleworth. Yeah, I don't know. I don't
No, he
remember.
didn't.
We
It was
made
just
that
me
joke
and Nick.
last
We'll see
I
you guys.
haven't gone yet.
No, yeah, it's sort of a lively little bar.
All
You
right.
can see.
Is there room at the bar, kind of like 1 or 2 stools away from anyone else?
Emo.
God damn.
No. Oh my Jesus Christ! Just let this happen already.
Yeah, no, you can find a spot. There a lot of people seem to be avoiding the entrance, so you can
Oh,
just sort of sit
sweet.
near there.
Okay. Can I call him over?
Yeah, he notices you and he walks over and goes, "Can I get anything for you?"
It's like, mostly just information.
Says, sure. Isn't it? What do you want?
A couple questions. What's that house over there? And I kind of point to the Copper Tongue's home on the little island.
He says, that's where Belladonna lives.
Belladonna.
She's a crazy old witch. She's not really part of the town, though. You know.
A witch?
Yeah, hermit, witch, magic user.
Sure.
Lives on an island. It's a crazy old bat, really.
If she's not part of the town, why does she live here?
Well, you wanted to try and evict a witch.
I see your point.
Yeah. Anything to drink, by the way?
Just some water.
Sure. And he fills up a little glass for you and hands it over.
Asshole size and he gets drunk.
He goes, so why are you interested in Belladonna? You're not another one of those clients of hers, right?
Not really sure. What do you mean by clients?
People bringing in supplies. It seems to be merchants she's buying from out of town. They just come in, make a ruckus, buy all her shit, head out. You know.
They buy all your stuff. You seem to not like them.
Yes, they're just a bit rude, you know.
Sure. What supplies? What sort of supplies? Like just
Metals and seems to be these big, like, I swear one time, my buddy says it's not true, but I swear one time she brought in a swing set. I'm not sure.
interesting. You haven't seen the swing set?
I avoid her island. She's
sense,
kind of
sure. A witch.
exactly.
Interesting. I also had another question. This event happening at the church. What's that all about?
And he says, "What do you mean? Is there something going on at the church?"
Something about like a what is it, like Festival of Lights or something? What is it?
Oh, yeah. They said the Keeper of Light
Keeper
was
of
coming
Light.
to visit.
Yeah, something about like a Keeper of Light.
So I haven't heard anything about it. It's
Interesting.
church business, you know.
And obviously, I always ask: is there anything a newcomer like myself should know about your town?
Don't ask Chesnick about his kids if you go see him.
Bum bum bum. Copyright.
Why not?
He's a bit touchy.
What happened?
I don't know. Never gotten past him yelling at me stage.
Well, I feel like a lot of people go there.
We're gonna come in.
All right. Thanks. That's all I really wanted.
Have a good day for you.
Too.
Don't take the glass. I don't have too many of those.
Oh, I wouldn't have anywhere to put it anyway.
Yeah, and he takes it, and you see him pour out whatever was left.
Sweet.
And I'd say right about then, Cal and Busto come into the bar with the fury of some annoyed parents looking for their child.
What the fuck did I do?
Well,
I'm gonna walk up to him. Come on, Ryan. We're gonna go help the guy with the kids. Go. Yeah, Chesnick. He wants to go into the.
You see Scotty kind of muffling some laughter behind the bar, and he just walks off to deal with someone else.
Yeah. I don't think that's a very good idea. You guys can probably handle it.
No.
I got some stuff I have to do anyway.
We're getting 200 gold for this.
Sweet.
It'll help us get on the boat.
Oh, well, I
We need numbers.
wouldn't worry about that
We
very
need
much.
numbers.
You have 3 plus him. That's 4.
Well,
We've made it this far with 4. You can't make it another what? Where are you even going anyway?
up into the woods. Not far. It won't be long.
Are there many woods around here?
It's a little bit to the north, but there's like a small wooded area up to the north. Not quite on the map, though.
That's a little odd, isn't it? Someone you've never met taking you into the woods offering 200 gold.
And like you said,
doesn't
there's
sound like
3
a
of us,
trap.
1 of him.
That's
Exactly.
why we need you, Orion.
Come on.
You don't. I have some things I need to
We're
do.
friends here. You're part of our group.
Yes, and I'm trying to work on getting us food,
Yes.
a boat for free, as well as trying to figure out something with this Copper Tongue lady.
Tell you what. I'm thinking of not even taking this boat that he wants to give us. I just want the 200 gold. You know how much that would help us in the long run?
Oh, I'm sure.
He wants 600 for the boat, but if we can take this 200 and then hop onto a different boat, we'll be set.
I see. But, you see, it's kind of weird that he'd want 3 if basically myself 4 people to guide him into the woods. It's either he's setting us up or there's something to be worried about down
He
Yeah,
he
there
said
definitely is something to be worried about.
he
But
said-
that's what we do.
he said no one come back when he send people in.
He didn't say that to you.
Oh, he didn't.
No.
Apologies. never mind. He didn't say that.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone should go, honestly.
No.
200 gold will help us,
Right.
sure. But
200 gold is good.
But I need to be here for tonight.
Why?
Because I'm going fishing and possibly trying to get
You're
a
going
free
to
boat.
be here for tonight. It's not going to be long.
If nobody's ever survived, you don't know how long it will be.
Yeah, you don't know that.
I mean,
That's a good point.
you
but
should have just never
say
said
that in
it.
Busto voice.
You don't know that.
it's going to be fine. Come on. We're friends. We're part of a group. We didn't make up some cliche name for nothing.
Fine, then I want 100 gold at the end of it.
No, we're splitting it evenly. There's 4 of us, 200 gold.
I don't want to go, so it'll take more than just 50 gold.
He can
Fi-
have
fi-
mine. He can have my gold.
You guys can split the 100 however you like. The other 100.
You sure, Busto? No. You know, no, that's not. You see why we make fun of you?
You make fun of me?
Oh shit.
Revealed.
I don't want to be part of this group anymore. No. You know.
Wait, let me just say something. If this was taking place in modern times,
Yeah.
you guys would 100% have 2 group chats.
Yeah.
One with
With
Orion and one
with
that
us.
was everyone but Orion.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bud.
Sure. At least I'd be part of a group chat.
Oh.
No. You like
Scared me too.
this is quite selfish. We're all part of this group together. We're doing
Not
this.
selfish.
You know, we're
want
doing all this
something
for the
me.
greater
I want
good.
something from you. It's basic economics. And
Yeah.
I'm the one that's been living under a rock for the last 30 years.
We're supposed to be friends.
We are friends.
Then act like it.
I am. I'm going along with you.
No, you are not.
If I get 100 gold, I bet you combined with yours, with your 50 and your whatever you have, you'll still have more than me.
We're not. I don't have my gold. She doesn't have her gold. It's all. We're all a group.
I don't see it that way. We're a group, but we still each have our own money. I still haven't decided if I'm going. 100 gold may change my mind.
If we need to be group, I just take my gold and I throw it on the table. We group.
Communist.
Everybody's on economy. I'm gonna take it and give it back to Buster. Like, no,
Don't.
just keep that.
Busto, didn't.
It's up to you. I
This
can
is-
stay here and
no.
do the business that I need to do, or go with you and you can pay me for it.
You can work your magic.
I don't know if I'll.
This is not very friendly, and
I'm trying to get us a
we're
free
supposed
boat.
to be.
You
It's
can't
exactly
just
what I'm trying to do. We
can't
have
just-
the same goal.
take $200 and get
How
a free
about-
boat.
Gold.
You stop playing secret,
What do you mean?
both of you.
What do you mean
Secret.
playing secret?
We're actually doing the opposite.
We're
You
being
know,
completely honest with one another.
This is the most honest we've ever been.
you make fun of me?
Oh.
Orion, how you plan to get boat? Cause maybe we help and we no need to go into woods.
That's true.
There you go.
The gold will help us though.
Gold help, but we need boat to leave.
Sure.
Yes.
So you 3 go with what's his name, Chesnick. Yeah,
No, how you get boat? Tell.
I'm getting there. Calm down. Looking at Cal, not Busto. You 3 go with Chesnick. Get the 200 gold. I'll stay here. I'm fishing with this guy this evening, and I'm gonna try to talk to him, just get to know him a little bit. He has a nice boat, I assume. I
You're
saw
going
his
to be
cash.
back in time.
You can't
Come with us.
promise anything.
I know I can't, but
What were you trying to find out?
yeah.
I don't know.
I gotta
Is he
say-
going to kill the fisherman?
I'm not gonna
That's
kill
what
the
I was
fisherman.
thinking too.
I'm not gonna kill the fucking fisherman.
Okay, so he's not gonna kill the fisherman. I want to roll.
You
to
mugging
see
the
if
boat.
Cal-
You could have got a nat 1, I
Cal
would have
does
told
not
you
know.
that.
Nah, I got a nat one.
I'm not gonna kill the fisherman.
He's gonna kill the fisherman.
100%.
Look, you're as confused as I am.
We need you.
I don't think you do. You have a healer, you have someone who's stealthy, and you have someone who's strong. If anything, like you've been saying, I just slow you down.
It's not true.
Well, how it seems it's been the last
Well,
few weeks. I'm trying to stay out of your way. You stay out of mine.
no. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. We have been treating you poorly, but we are friends, and I want you to come with us because I don't know if we need help, but that man does, and whatever's out there is definitely strong enough to take out some others. So,
Sorry, my hand got cold.
so
I thought you were turning your marbles on.
yeah.
My hands just got cold.
Why was that your reaction?
That's kind
I
of
guess
warms
it
up.
does work. Damn.
Yeah,
Okay,
all
never
the
mind.
time. Yeah.
Insult taken back.
Cozy.
Okay.
When you're right, you're right.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Happens once every 15 episodes.
Damn.
You know what?
Credit where credit's due.
We're friends, and I want you to come with us. Okay? You'll be back before nightfall. I promise. You'll be back to be with this man. I'll come with you if you want. I'm not the best at talking, but
I'll make a deal with you. I go with you. We get back here. I have plenty of time to get on the boat,
sounds perfect.
convince this guy. If we're not back in time, I take 150 gold.
That is not very friendly.
It's a deal.
How about
You made a promise to me. As long as you can keep that promise, we should be.
you come with us, and if you think we come back in time, we leave.
See, I'm just worried you guys are getting in over your heads a little bit.
I agree, but
That's why
this
we
is money.
need
This
you.
is money we need. Yes, and you could help us.
You
What
really
you're
good.
asking for is the detriment to us for you. We're a group. We're supposed to work together. I'm asking for your help to better all of us. Not because I want to hurt anyone or like mess up anyone in any way.
I don't want to either.
Then why are you acting like it?
I'm not acting like it. I'm just acting like I need something to help you. I get we're a group, but I don't think that this is something that the group needs to do. You do. That's fair. But then you're asking me for help, so I would like something in return. You might not have to pay me anything.
We're supposed to be the
As
heroes
long
in
as
this
we get back-
situation.
Orion,
We
how
don't need to help everyone.
Orion,
That's
how
That's not a good
how
mantra.
You're the one that says we need to get there sooner than later.
Yeah.
This
And
doesn't seem like anything.
If you're going tonight,
I'm so mad.
then it's going to be the same time frame.
I know. And if it's not, I get 150 gold. It's as
How
simple
you
as that.
plan on get boat?
Talking with his 12
Fishermen
charisma or something.
with fishermen?
Yes.
You got to play your role, Nate. You're not the best talker. We should get Nick to do it.
How about this? How about you need to talk
Oh
tonight?
my god, you have a 7 charisma. Fuck.
You need to talk tonight.
Yes.
We stay here one night. Go fishermen. If fishermen no work, we go tomorrow, help Chesnick, and leave tomorrow night.
It's a fantastic idea.
Everyone get what they want. We no lose gold. Everyone get gold.
If
we
we get the
maybe
boat tonight,
get
we're leaving
boat.
tonight.
Okay, because we no
Works
need
with
money.
me.
We need boat.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Busto is like,
Compromise.
Realistically, if we do convince him to go with us, it probably be tomorrow, just because you gotta give the man some time to prepare. But yeah.
Okay.
let's.
We go tell Chesnick now.
I'll go talk to the fisherman.
And you're going to talk to the fisherman right now?
Ask him if we can bring multiple people.
Oh, okay. So you, but
Well,
wait.
we'll go
we're
with
gonna
you.
go
We'll
tell.
go with
we can. It's
We're
on
gonna
the
go
way.
tell Chesnick
Well,
first.
look, it's on the way.
Is it?
No, it's not.
Yeah. Let's go tell Chesnick first.
Okay.
All right. We'll do that.
Okay. And that's where we bring back to.
Jesus Christ, that
As they
took
come
long.
back in the door, and Nick, you
second.
see Chesnick kind of shifting. He looks at the three of you coming in and goes, I see you found him.
Yep. We've come to a compromise. We've decided that.
We'll go
Benji's
tomorrow.
not going to
We'll
give
go
you his
tomorrow.
boat. He's not going to be here until you have a few days before he gets here. Come on, let's go get the mast. And he walks right past you out the door.
Wait, who isn't gonna be here for a couple days?
He didn't say that to you. He was talking to Orion.
Oh, I mean, I would have heard it.
Yeah, I mean you would, but
I follow him out the door.
He's already leaving.
I'll catch up
You aren't coming with us.
if our original deal stands. If we're back tonight, if not,
I understand why you lived under a rock. I'm gonna leave.
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
I
It
go.
still stands.
No, it doesn't stand.
I'm gonna run to the fisherman, make sure we're all good for the night, and then run back.
before you get to that, as you're walking out, Cal, you see Hannibal. He's walking back, and he kind of ushers you this way. And goes, just go. And before you can run off, he's gonna try and stop you to talk for a second, Orion.
I'll let-
Okay. He pulls you aside for a minute, and he says, "But he's not gonna give you the boat, you know.
What do you mean?
Your fisherman. His name's Benji. He's not gonna give you the boat right away.
Okay.
He also rents it from me. Just so you know.
Okay. How do you know all this?
We'll talk about it later. Your friend isn't gonna be here for a couple of days. Just give it time, okay?" And he kind of pats you on the shoulder and goes, "Come on, let's go."
How can I believe you?
He just says, "Don't worry about it." And he kind of jogs to catch up to you two again.
He's me.
He said he's not going to be here for a
He
couple
is
days.
you.
Yeah.
But he was just here.
No, the person.
They're going north. I'm going to go with them until we get to the market and then go back to his stand.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So you guys head into town. Are you gonna announce that you're departing, or are you just ditching the group?
I already said I was going to check on the fisherman, so that's
Sure.
what I'm going to do.
We'll go to you. Yeah. You see, he's still at his stall. He's still serving. He's actually talking to someone when you come up. But when he sees you, he kind of gives you a little wave.
Kind of like wait for them to be done talking.
Sure. Yeah. It's only a moment before his customer heads off. And you. I mean, actually, that wouldn't mean anything to you. But he just, as she's leaving, he just says, "I'll see you around, Connie." And then he turns back to you, Orion. And goes, "Yeah, you're back already. That was pretty quick."
I am back. And are you planning on going anywhere?
No, I wasn't thinking about it.
Good. So we're still on for the night.
And he says, I might be a bit late if you can wait into the evening a bit.
Oh,
But,
that's fine.
I'll be here around nightfall.
Perfect. I'll try to be here a half hour early.
He says, "Excellent."
What's your name, by the way?
Benji.
Orion.
Oh, pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And he remembers that he can't quite
Yeah.
reach your hand again. And just gives you another pat on the head.
Son of a bitch. You sure you're not going anywhere?
Just wasn't planning on it.
Oh, also, your boat. Do you own that boat?
He says, it's a so-so thing. You know the boat builder out of town. I'm
Chesnick?
borrowing one of his boats. That's the client hasn't come pick it up yet, and I get to use it while we're out.
Interesting. Why don't you back?
Weird greeting, but okay.
It's a threat.
Just do it.
Okay. I'll see you at evening with a friend of mine.
Oh, can I bring a friend or two?
This is,
They are also.
this is the
going-
boat doesn't hold too many people,
It's-
but
yeah, I'll bring. They're small. I have a big friend, but I don't think he'll be able to fit on the boat.
Two big friends.
he says, I don't see why not.
They're also fishermen.
As long as I can keep the haul, it's fine. More hands to fish is better haul.
And we see your boat from here?
He says, it's not in the water right now.
Of course it's not.
He says, we could go.
No,
we could go talk to Chesnick and get it put in
That's
the water.
fine.
but-
I'm actually gonna be with Chesnick for a little while, so I'm sure we'll see it before we go out. Thank you. I gotta go catch up with my friends now.
He says, "Oh, great. I'll
See you
see you
tonight."
this evening, Orion."
Yep.
All right.
Fuck.
So Chesnick is me if he was an asshole and his kids just died.
No.
Understood.
You had
No.
kids that died? Is that you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So I'd say your head. Yeah, I'd say you guys. Orion doesn't like he kind of just heads off. And you can see Chesnick doesn't really even look. He just keeps walking through the north of town. He hasn't talked to you since you left the shop.
What is out in the woods?
He says,
Dryads and ghosts is what he said. Nymphs and ghosts.
Bullets? He said bullets.
you can see you see he
and ghosts.
he doesn't say anything, but the axe kind of shifts a little. It almost looks like he shrugged.
You don't know
Phase
exactly.
Spider.
He kind of turns to look at you for a second. He says,
PTSD.
Yeah.
he says if I illuminate you with every last detail, will it really change anything?
Yes, actually.
There's dangerous things in the woods. Don't worry about it. Come on.
Wait, Chesney, can I have a question? Just while we can talk while we.
Chesney.
He holds up a
While
finger.
we
He
go.
goes, just one, maybe two.
It's a good roll.
Yeah, it's
Will you tell me the story of like your dad who planted the tree, your granddad who planted the tree?
He says, it's well, my great grandfather planted the tree itself, but we've moved it as a family from time to time.
How
I've replanted it most recently, and it's grown since then.
how do you plan on bringing tree back?
He says, he rummages around for a second. He pulls out this little, like, it looks like a padlock crossed with a spider almost. It's got these 6 little hooks coming out of each side, and he hangs up to you. He says, I have a friend who'll take care of it. We'll worry about that when we get there.
I rolled insight to see if he's setting us up or anything, or if he has any malintent, and I got 22.
He has been 100% honest so far.
So my other question is, if you want to answer it, why do you guys bring this tree with you everywhere?
He says, well, it's a bit of a family tradition, I suppose. The Chesnick family is a really long lineage, actually. All the way back to the boat builder, the shipwright who made the first world ship, which brought one of the 3 brothers over to our side of the world. But I don't know where the tree thing came from. It's just my family says that a good man should not kill. But when he must, we plant a tree, or the tree, over his grave in order to make up for the life we took.
And then it's like a family thing of you guys all keeping it up?
Exactly.
Is it a really special boat?
He says, I hope it will be.
So someone in your family killed someone recently.
Cal,
He doesn't answer, just keeps walking.
Cal never heard not to ask about his kids.
This is true.
This is also true.
I'm gonna catch him up again. I'm gonna be like, hey, Chesney.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, where is your family? If you guys are like, I don't
This is-
know, it's just, yeah.
He says, they're not around anymore. I'm the last of the Chesnick line. That's why I need the best tree for the best boat. Hang on. And he says, just a second. And right around then, Orion walks back up to the group.
Confused more than anything.
Sure. Chesnick pauses for a second to look at you, and then sort of motions with his head and keeps walking. And right around when you catch up, actually, you guys cross the edge of the town and are walking up through the plains towards woods you can now see in the distance.
Do we have our caravan and horses and things?
It's not a road so much.
As like a path?
It's just sort of. It's not really that far. It's only like a couple 100 feet away.
Oh.
So
Um,
the forest is itself, like the
yeah.
beginning of the forest.
Oh, okay.
And then the path through the forest is not nearly wide enough for the caravan to travel through. Okay. So you guys walk on. You head into the woods.
I would.
But
Sorry.
yeah, no, go ahead.
I would like to actively take lead for perception.
Okay.
I'll be behind him.
So Busto sort of moves his way to the front, and Chesnick just kind of lets him pass. Actually, once you get in front of him, he just sort of slows his pace to end up in the back of the group.
I'm gonna
right
go
by him.
all the way behind him. Me
What
and
is-
Orion will go behind him.
What is he wearing?
He's
Armor?
no, it's just like commoner's clothes. They're actually really simple, besides a little like tool belt.
No weapons though.
He has the axe, but it's more of a utility axe than anything.
Okay, so he's probably.
I don't know if you heard, but me and Cal are right behind him.
Like,
Okay.
no, like, what do you say, like 100 feet behind him? Just to keep him in the middle and us both.
Oh no, I'm not that far behind him.
How far is Busto ahead of him?
I was thinking like
20
feet.
paces.
Oh, we'll go
Maybe.
20 paces behind him.
I'm only a few paces behind.
He doesn't
Oh,
seem to
okay.
have a problem with where you guys are.
I want
walking.
to.
Oh, okay,
I want to be.
I'll be
I want to be
right-
close
right.
enough where if anything happens, I'm suspicious of this guy.
Yeah, I agree.
So I want to be.
I am
I'm.
too.
If
Actually, no, I'm
anything-
not. He's 100% on.
Yeah.
If
I'm
anything
not.
happens, he might have left some stuff out. You don't know.
That's true. From what I know.
And
he's
Orion doesn't know that he's 100% honest.
Yep.
Honest.
Artist.
There's an R in honest.
So
I'm afraid.
we're gonna have to pick up on your trek through the woods in about 10 minutes after we take a quick break.
Damn it.
Um,
18 on that perception, by the way.
Okay.
Walking through the woods.
So you guys hold on. We got a quick video for you. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. See you in 10 minutes. Stay right where you are.
Bye.
Love you there.
Hello again.
Back.
We're back.
I haven't
Yeah.
made a
Woo!
single roll this episode.
What?
I haven't rolled a single die
Probably
this
for the
episode.
best.
Roll it right now.
Roll right now. What do you get?
Probably low. I'm gonna roll my new 30-sided die
Oh no.
that I got today from Arthur here.
Nin-
19.
19.
Nice.
30-sided die.
Good.
I have a
Nice.
giant D20 thanks to Arthur.
On the
That's a
D20 is a 2.
I got a 2. Hey.
I got that on my D20.
That's classic.
I got a 16.
I should have
That's-
bought a Trevor weighted die
Actually,
stream.
low is better in golf, and this was a golf.
Probably, but no.
Just,
Anyway.
just because Trevor has the worst rolls.
I
known
do
to
have-
man.
Okay,
I'm better when I'm a
Trevor-
DM. As a
Trevor-
player, I'm just
Trevor
awful.
gets the same rolls as me, but he's behind that thing, and nobody gets to look at it, so he doesn't have to say anything. I hate that.
I have a lot of. There have been a lot of times when enemies have tried to hit you,
Yeah.
and I've been like, "Oh, they missed barely," but it was like, "Oh, they missed," with getting a 2.
Oh
Oh, watch. As soon as I do this, oh, he saw it right there. I can't hide it.
I don't do moderation. If a character fails a thing, like half the time they failed it horribly. I say if
know.
it's a 1, but you know. Anyway.
Anyway, let's continue.
So you walk through the forest for a few hours. This dark oak twisting in unnatural ways, shading the path thoroughly. You feel a very strong sense of foreboding. The trees muting sound around you, and as you walk, you get this growing impression that the trees are extending their branches out to grab you, only increasing this growing paranoia. And in the back of the group, Cal and Orion are walking side by side with Chesnick, 10 paces,
8 or 10, yeah.
then 15, then 20,
Ugh.
and about 25, and then you guys are walking in the back almost alone in the woods.
So, did he space us out on purpose?
No, you guys were just slowing down.
Oh,
a bit.
okay.
You don't have to get far away to be like separated in the woods like this.
Can I,
It's a pretty straightforward
Can I-
path, though.
like, ready my crossbow?
Yeah, sure. You can get out and get ready.
Like, load one and stuff.
That's fair.
Sweet.
Sure. And yeah, Cal and Orion, you're kind of in the back in your own little enclave right now.
You know, we want to be your friend.
I know.
Well, you're not acting like it. I don't know. I know we don't really treat you the best sometimes, but we can change that. I will change that.
Not about that. It's not about anything. I haven't had somebody I've hung out with this much. 32 years or so.
Well, it might be a good change of pace to go for it then. Hang out with us.
I have. Me not leaving. That should be your sign.
Just
Busto chuckles. Because he heard it.
That's so true.
I guess so, but I feel like we could be good friends, and I don't want to ruin that. By
What are we now? Somebody who's... I've died. Trying to help you. You've died. Trying to help me.
not died, gone unconscious.
Very close to dying. Yeah, that's true. Well, you did kind of die, and then I saved you.
That's true. But you don't know that.
Yeah,
I don't know
you-
that. I don't know that.
Oh, I thought you knew it.
He just told you.
You
I-
did see him very briefly. It was
I don't
vague.
know.
though.
I don't know what's in this segment.
Like-
But you don't remember much of it, really. It's
You
kind
died.
of muted.
And, I don't know if I want to tell him.
Yeah, no.
And somehow you got out.
Just we are good friends. I don't know. I don't want to ruin that.
There's nothing. How would you?
Sorry, I'm looking at Isabel's very
It's a
precarious.
really good.
Can Busto would he have heard it?
I mean, 22
No.
perception. Like,
We're 22
They're way far
perception.
behind though
but
now.
We're 20 yards behind
That-
him, who's
20.
you're not unless you're looking at them. You probably can't hear what they're saying
Not-
and we're walking behind you.
because you can't
we're
read
50
lips.
paces.
Can't read lips. Can't read lips when you're
We're
not
55.
looking at them.
Yeah.
Actually,
So no,
I'm 45.
probably not.
Damn.
They're a ways back.
I had a good tale to talk about.
we wouldn't be able to hear you.
Good point. Just starts like muttering it under his breath.
No more yelling at each other. No more competing for stupid things. Okay? You have your things that you're good at. I have my things that I'm good at.
That's
From here on out, we don't make deals with each other based on money and monetary gain. Okay?
I'm not
and-
making any promises. Whatever happens, happens. We can try. There are other ways to solve everything, but
That's true.
whatever happens,
But-
happens.
How much gold do you have?
Doesn't matter. Not much. I thought we all had gold. No individual has gold.
Here's 10.
No individual has gold.
We're working together. Here's 10.
Exactly.
You can have your own personal gold, and I'm gonna put 30 of mine into a stash for everyone.
Nah, I'd put that in there too.
You sure?
Contribution from me.
Okay. I'm going to try to separate out my gold so I have 30 of my own I put 8 gold into my different section, I guess. Can we?
Could you just add platinum? Because we're not gonna get platinum for a while anyway. I don't think.
Are we ever really gonna get platinum?
If you want to use platinum to store your
Or
extra
electrum?
gold,
You're never gonna use electrum.
that's fair.
So we can use electrum as the gold. Okay, so I'm gonna remove 8, add 8 electrum, and that can be the stash.
To clarify, this is for sorting.
Yeah. This is for like we're
Party
we're-
fun then.
Yeah.
Now
Personal
we have
fun.
electrum.
We have a party.
Yeah.
But you guys don't know about it yet.
True.
You keep your gold.
I shall.
You get your take from this, okay?
Let's put it on the caravan. Leave it somewhere we know about it, and if any common thief wouldn't.
No, I'm sorry for making you feel distant.
I haven't. No more than I have for a while. All my life.
Well, that's still a little bit. And I'm sorry for that. So, from here on out, no more.
That's disgusting.
You're doing my
Says the gnome.
That's the point.
I know.
Didn't he try to eat worms with Nick?
I didn't try to eat worms. I told her not to eat my worms.
Oh.
I bait worms.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm
You
gonna
did
I'm gonna
keep
wipe
a
off my
backpack
hand.
of rotted meat.
you could have just
though.
put it on fire.
I don't know.
It's cooler. putting out my crossbow.
You just shoot him.
Well, at least you're trying. Okay.
God,
Yeah,
you're 4 feet tall.
I am 4
Now that
feet
I
taller
think
than
about
you.
it. I always think that we're all the same size for some reason, and I have to think about how different our sizes are.
All right. I think.
So I'm so headstrong. He looks everyone in the eyes.
Are you ready for what's ahead?
We need to catch back up to this guy. I don't trust him.
Yeah, I agree.
Benji doesn't know.
So far, he's been pretty honest, but very honest actually. But
Doesn't mean he's told you everything.
So you catch back up to the rest of the group, and only a few minutes after that, your entire party comes upon a small clearing. The twisted trees are pushed a few feet away from what looks like the trunk of a massive redwood tree. The sun shines down upon this spot, pushing away the shadow and creating a very welcome respite from the forest before. Chesnick walks into the clearing, axe at the ready, and he actually repeats, he says, "My family says a good man should not kill." And he starts walking around the side of the tree and he says, "But when we must, we move the tree over his grave in order to make up for the life that we took." And he looks at you for just a second, and then he goes, "I have only ever killed one man." And he takes the axe and he swings it into the side of the tree, and it goes ka-tunk. He takes out a little chunk and he brings it back and he swings it again, and there's a ka-tunk. And he swings it back, and he pauses for a second, and you hear a branch crack to your left. And then he looks at you again, and he goes, ka-tunk. And he pulls it out again.
Stop for a second.
He looks at you and says, "They're coming anyway." And he swings it, ka-tunk. And right then, you guys hear this shifting in the forests beside you. What do you want to do?
I rolled a 23 for perception.
I'm gonna make a perception check as well. See.
May I help you with that?
15 plus 22. Mother, fuck you! You're always getting one up. Over
May I
me.
help you with that?
Okay, kickity kick.
Go ahead. Take your time.
Do you want us to roll initiative?
Not yet. Chesnick
There's a possibility for diplomacy.
doesn't stop swinging, but he keeps looking at you and he says, "No, that's all right, Orion."
It could go quicker. Look, I have axes as well, and they can
He's-
do more than just regular damage.
He says, "I brought you here for a reason. This is something I have to do." Tunk. You know, the side of the tree again.
I would like to do two things. I would like to kind of like rush over to Chesnick,
Yes.
and behind him, cast Mold Earth, and make a 6-foot barrier and just kind of basically excavate some dirt around him, in order to create a wall.
Yep.
Around him.
Yeah, so you bring this up, and also with a 22, you can see two humanoid figures slinking their way through the tree, and you can see that Chesnick is crying. Can you all roll initiative for me?
What the fuck, dude?
18. No, sorry, 17.
17.
3.
I'll put it back to where it was.
9.
What busted would you get?
20.
Nat 20.
Yes.
Nice, man.
Fuck you.
Let's go.
3.
Trace, bros. Trace. I'm rolling really hot.
Before we start, I have a question.
Yes.
Animal transformation, is that an action? Or is that
I
like
think
a
so.
bonus action?
Can I do something? Because I would have totally done this. I wanted to do it, but I didn't realize we were getting into it. So, but once I heard that branch, could I have casted spiritual weapon so I have my spiritual weapon out?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, thank you.
So, animal transformation, bonus action or action?
Pretty sure it's an action.
Fuck. Do I have 2 actions? No, I have 2 weapon fighting. No, you're right, it is an action. Damn.
So Busto,
Yes.
you go first.
I would like to cast Conjure Animals
Okay.
and make 4 apes.
Can you make 4 apes at a time? Hot damn.
Half CR. Half CR or lower. Make 4.
Okay.
Shit, man.
And apes, because they're apes, have a ranged attack as well, and they go on my turn.
Okay.
What I'm gonna do.
I don't believe you can attack with the animals you create on your turn.
Do you roll separate initiative for them?
Yes, roll initiative for the summoned creatures as a group. 10, I guess.
Okay. I'll put a... I'm gonna scoot you guys forward just a smidge.
Please do.
Okay. Is that... So yeah, so Busto, seeing this first sign of danger, he throws up a dirt wall, and he just like claps his hands together, and 4 apes appear in a circle around him. And they sort of seem to stand and just slam their hands in the ground and pose at the ready.
Do you want me to do 3d8 to determine their HP, or just go with the given HP?
Let's go with the given HP.
19 then, for each.
You're gonna have to keep track. There's no
Do
way I
use
can
the
keep track.
D4 as the apes?
4.
I might need mine.
I can.
How,
Oh, and I have an extra one. Shit.
I don't want to get too many things on the board at once.
That's true. Yeah. Okay, that's good.
That's fine.
We'll just I don't have any ape minis. We'll just theater of mind the apes.
Okay.
Okay. Think of them as a swarm. So is that your turn?
Yep. I would actually, as a bonus action, like to ready my staff.
Okay. So, the first figure, Cal, actually, you notice these now, and you see the figure shifting through the trees, and it seems to pause when it notices you, and then it takes a running start, and it runs directly for a tree trunk where it vanishes, and then an instant later, from the other side of the woods, you see this club come swinging down right towards Orion's head.
I'm going to use my reaction to impose disadvantage on that roll with my shield.
Okay. Does a 20 hit?
Oh yeah.
Christ, no.
Fuck yeah, 20 hits.
Sorry, bud.
It's cool.
I tried.
On my head?
Orion is within 5 feet of me. Yeah, he's right next to me. Yeah.
11 points. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Fuck, I'm not in animal transformation, also I have resistance against it.
Yeah. No, so it slams down. You see Orion kind of cry out as he falls.
11 points?
11 points. As he falls to the left and grabbing at his head. And that figure takes a step back, right from where it emerged from and vanishes into the tree again. And Chesnick takes another swing and into the side of the tree. And Ryan, it's your turn.
With that strike to the head,
Yeah.
I'm going to, as I go down, turn natural 10. And I needed 10.
Whoa.
No, I needed 10. I needed 10 to beat it.
Oh, okay.
So it's perfect.
I-
I'm turning into a polar bear. And I'm going to move over to... Is there a spot of the barricade you made that, like, are his sides unprotected? And you just put it behind him?
Yeah, it's basically
It's just like a wall.
Yeah, it's like this basically.
Okay, it's
and
not,
we're
like,
right
it's
in
not
front.
like 3 walls. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move over to Chesnick, probably 5, maybe 8 feet away, and just my back to him, looking at everything that's going on. And then as my bonus action, I'm gonna use Crimson Right on my jaw.
Alright. Yeah, so you see this, the Dryad strikes Orion in the head and kind of cries to the side, and he yells out, and that shout just transforms into a bear's roar as he shifts into a bear, and then kind of roars to the side, and the Dryad's gone, so he moves back to kind of protect Chesnick. And Nick, it's your turn.
So there's no bad guys right now.
They're just a little ways away from you.
Huh. But if I tried to get them, they would just go away. I'm not trying to get them anyway. Could I
Okay.
go to the one on that side?
Yep. You got 30 feet, right?
25.
Yeah.
Okay, I will try to hit it because it tried to hit Orion.
Okay.
It did hit me.
It hit you.
Pretty bad, actually. 11 points of
Yeah.
damage, then 5 more. Doesn't feel good.
Does a 20 hit?
20 does hit.
Okay.
Yeah, like next to the dryad, like to the left of that dryad. It's covered up. No, like over there. Yeah, like next to. No, that tree, but like over there.
The first
No,
one,
no,
the first
the first
tree,
tree, the
that you
first tree.
touched. The first one
Like
you touched.
over there.
Way over there.
Yeah, yeah.
There you
It's
go.
just in front of the camera.
There we go.
There we go.
Super.
So that
That hits.
12 points of damage.
Okay.
And could I ask it to make a deception roll, please?
You can, is the thing. What's
Plus
deception?
eight.
Is intelligence? Is it intelligence or it's charisma?
Charisma.
It's a good
20.
one. Ooh. Yeah. I do not do that. That's good. Yeah, it's good.
Okay. So yeah, you sort of following Orion's gaze, you sprint past this massive tree, and just, I guess it's a dagger, right? And you just drive it into this like, almost it looks like a person just built out of like leaves and branches, and you feel some resistance, but some of those like sticks and foliage just crunch under your knife, as you stab into them. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
So on the other side here, yeah, okay, so as you stab the other one, a second dryad emerges from
Yeah,
the
fuck
tree
is
that the
right.
first one just came from, and as it emerges, it kind of,
Is it that one? Do I notice anything changing? Like, is it that one?
well,
over
that
there?
one's gone.
Okay. Okay. So okay.
Depends on where you're paying attention. But as it comes through, you see it look at you, and it smiles. And can you make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw for me?
Well, we'll see if I can.
Not ones.
Yeah, honestly.
Don't say that.
Yeah, I made it 16.
Okay. Yeah. So you sort of start to smile for a second before you feel this like unnaturality of the gesture, and you kind of shake your head and snap out of it. And you see the dryad looks just deeply displeased, and it takes another step back.
Damn.
But this would be the ape's turns. Turn
I'm
now.
so low.
So okay.
Does they attack as a unit or individual?
Yeah, they attack individually.
Oh, they attack
Jesus.
individually.
So I would like to rush them all at
You
one
can
turn.
summon 4 apes at a time.
Yep.
That's
But don't
insane.
attack as
They're
a
all
unit.
half
That's
they're
insane.
all half CR.
Okay.
And they all have multi attack.
Okay.
And they all have +5 to hit.
Jesus.
What spell is this?
Conjure animals.
Okay. Okay.
I believe you.
Conjure animals is a fun spell.
Four beasts of challenging 1/2 an hour. Okay.
What's the casting time on it? That's crazy.
It's one action.
Yeah.
Jesus
Damn, that is a
Christ, man.
stupid.
It's a 6
crazy-
spell, dude. It's a 6 spell. That's why I took it.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, I thought you said 6. I was like, we don't have 6-level
No,
spells.
no, it's sick. 6 spell.
Jesus. Okay.
Um,
Yeah. Fair enough.
So I would like to rush the apes at the dryad and all have them punch him.
This one.
Yes.
All right. Sure.
So okay, I'm gonna roll a lot.
That's
Just
okay.
just tell me hit or not. Okay. 24,
Second.
One.
Action.
natural 20.
You did get a
So
natural one.
crit.
Jesus, dude.
Hold on, I'll
You can
write
hit
one
stuff
crit.
Good.
Keep counting. Keep counting.
Okay.
23.
You can't
What do you
miss.
roll? What is their to hit
The
bonus?
lowest he's gotten so far is 18.
Jesus.
Naturally.
Okay.
That's low.
there it is. 3.
Yeah. That. So all but one hits, and there you have 1 crit.
That's 4. Was that 4?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have another 4.
Because they all have
Multi-attack.
multi-attack.
I'll have multi attack.
Oh
Oh my
Jesus
god,
Christ.
man.
Does a 13 hit?
No.
Nope. Okay, so 2 misses. 23 hits.
Yep.
21 hits.
Okay.
22 hits, right?
No,
7.
Doesn't hit, doesn't hit.
How many is that total? 7.
7. How is it? It is a verbal somatic. Jesus.
And then the last one.
It does take your concentration though.
Yeah, I know.
Also
21.
hits.
21.
So
Yeah.
all but 3 hit.
All but 3 hit.
Okay.
And
And
what
one
is
of
a
them is
crit?
crit.
So it's all 1d6 plus 3
So you
for
get
damage.
4 more.
Codre, this is really good. So 4 total.
Yeah.
4 hit. The last one will be
Just tell me the damage at the end.
okay. So 8. Apologies. 8. 8. 5. 6. 4. 5.
Holy shit, Arthur.
How much damage are you
8.
doing?
Like,
Plus
a lot of-
last one,
a
which this is
lot.
going to be a crit. 4 plus 3, 7.
You're looking at like 30 something damage.
Jesus.
I
So that's
think.
16
Wait, 4 times-
plus 5.
So
More than
seven-
30 something
7
damage.
times 2, so that's 14 for that one because that was a crit.
What?
You said you rolled a 4 plus 3,
Yep.
so that's 7 damage. But it was a crit, so it's times 2, so
No,
14.
you add your bonus after you double it.
Yeah.
For...
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true.
So 4. So
8 plus
sorry.
12.
It's still
16
a lot,
plus
man.
A
11.
lot more than 30. I was very wrong.
Plus 15.
And Trevor's encounter is
plus
dead.
5. 20.
The thing about this though is he can add another one because he has 2.
So 31.
I have both of them out there.
16.
Well, yeah, but you can add another one if one dies.
47 total.
Fucking Jesus. That is a
Yay.
broken ass spell.
8 multi attack. And you can't even run away because I have
hey,
ranged attack.
at least
too.
you didn't ask, are they wearing metal?
True.
True.
Wait,
We
you-
don't
you
have
can't-
that spell.
You can't, you know,
Yeah, I do.
You have
can't
heat metal?
nitpick.
Yeah, druids have heat metal.
Yeah. You can't nitpick.
Kill Busto.
He was giving you a lot of hints saying that he does have a lot of great stuff.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right.
I am just saying.
Duly noted. You know, that's fair.
This is why Orion wants
Yeah, so as that
47.
dryad reemerges next to Busto and his swarm of fucking monkeys, Busto just points and like a wave of fucking gibbering baboons, they descend and just tear into the dryad, and you can see sticks flying, foliage getting scattered back, and Jesus Christ, when the dust clears, only the monkeys remain.
Wow!
The tree thing.
Holy
He cut it down.
We're done! That's actually a good question. How far is he through cutting that now?
It's a big tree.
he's working on it.
I know. Can you let me know when he's a little more than halfway done?
Sure.
Thanks.
Oh.
Gotta love it when you one tap stuff.
Jesus.
Holy crap.
However, when
I'm getting touched.
we'll get into you, buddy.
Is it my turn soon?
I'm
No,
working
you're
on it.
last. You're last, he's first. You're got a whole wave to go.
As the baboons, as the apes tear into the dryad, you can see that above what is left of this mangled corpse, this shimmering little yellow light has started to
A
form.
ghost.
But Cal, it is your turn.
Aha! Yes, it's my turn finally. Okay. Probably should have thought of this before it was my turn. I'm gonna send my spiritual weapon onto that other dryad, and then I'm pretty sure it can travel
Dude, I need to research more of that
60
spell.
feet? No, 20 feet. 20 feet.
20 feet.
Might not make it.
Can I touch it?
It's within. It's about 5 and a little bit closer to 10 feet away.
It has big wings.
Yeah, but it's
The
Oh,
mini, the
okay,
mini's
yeah,
bigger
yeah,
than it
attack
says.
a creature within 5 feet.
Gotcha.
Okay, and then I'm going to run it. I'm gonna run up behind Nick and cast Bless on her.
Okay.
What does that do?
I think you get a little grabbing arm.
It makes it so you can add a D4 to any roll.
I feel like that would be worse.
Dang.
Be easier on your reach.
Is
but it'd
this,
be
is this
harder to-
cleric bardic inspiration?
Kind of.
Okay.
Oh, 3 creatures of your choice.
Oh, nice.
Those 3.
Yeah, so
Nice.
So Cal, seeing the chaos that is unfolding, he just like whips a hand, and his spiritual weapon flaps its wings once and swoops over, coming to rest a few feet from you, Nick. And then a second later, you feel Cal's hand on your shoulder, and all three of you actually feel this just inexplicable warmth overcoming you.
And all of you can add a D4 to all attack rolls and saving throws before the spell ends, which is 1 minute, so you have 10 rounds to do it.
Okay.
Excellent.
I don't know if we'll make it 10 rounds,
Yeah, no.
unless anything else comes out.
We might just make it
Awesome.
1 round. Or 2 rounds,
Honestly.
actually, 2.
Beast's got attack again, dude.
What level is
How
that
long did it
spell?
last?
The
They last
material
until I
part.
dismiss.
Or you lose concentration.
The material part of the spell is
But the
a
duration is
sprinkling
1
of
hour.
holy water.
That's really cute, actually.
But the duration is 1 hour.
And it is your turn now, Busto.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you wild shape in whilst you have concentration? I don't think so.
I feel like it would break concentration.
Yeah.
I feel like you
Okay.
definitely have to at least roll something. If not.
I figured, but
Yeah, I think having to focus really on anything else is gonna break concentration. You can probably, I think you can
Is
attack.
Wild Shape a concentration spell?
I don't.
I feel like
Because if
turning.
it is, then you need to make a or if it isn't, then you can just make a concentration check.
This is what it says. As
But
an
it's too
action,
OP, so never
you can
mind.
magically assume the shape of a beast that you have seen before twice
Does it
per
have the
short
C?
rest.
Does it have the
I
little
feel like
drop,
turning
like-
in. I feel like turning into an animal is fairly distracting.
That's probably fair.
You can cast them again if you can cast conjure
You can't
animals.
count
There's a mosquito.
during wild shape, but I don't know if concentration holds over. Like if you cast something and then go into
I
wild shape.
don't think so,
Okay.
honestly, because you're sustaining them here through your magical power.
Okay.
Like if
that's
you
fair.
stop that, they're gonna.
Oh, fair enough. With my bonus action, then, could I actually just cast Healing Spirit?
Okay. Yes.
Second level.
Unless it's a
concentration.
concentration.
Sorry.
Well, can you
This
cast?
is how the fight went originally.
You can't cast 2 concentrations at once, but I don't think it's a concentration.
Okay.
It's conjuration, but its duration is a
No,
minute.
that's not the same thing.
Yeah, and it's just a bonus action. So
Yeah, no. You as long as it isn't concentration, you can cast it.
Okay, so everyone gets a D6.
Okay.
Of what?
To what?
Healing.
You can get 1d6 of HP
Did you roll or did I roll?
that you roll.
Does it have to be right now? Because, like, I haven't taken any damage.
+3.
Good job.
Thanks, buddy.
Into the spirit space for the first time
Almost
on a
30.
turn, or for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there. Either or, so it can be on your turn.
Okay, cool.
Anytime.
I hope someone hits
Yeah.
me between then and
Was
that.
that your turn?
Yep,
Was it
I'm done.
I have a question
Because
before
I'm
we
No,
go
it's
to somebody else's. I
cast
mean, you
the
can answer it on my
healing
turn.
thing
It's
on
fine.
us.
I just was curious. Would I be able to recognize what that thing was from the dead dryad?
You could ask on your turn.
I just wanted to know before it
Oh.
flew away or whatever.
Can I roll an Arcana check on that, or?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
Not bad.
11 total.
You get minus on that?
It's intelligence.
Oh, I thought it was.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. You don't. It doesn't really ring a bell.
Okay.
Yeah. So Busto. As it goes around to Busto again, right after Cal sends out his blessing, Busto sends out a similar one, and that golden shape billows through the treetops again, and you, any of you who have been hurt are instantly rejuvenated.
Like,
But where the dryad died, that yellow shape begins to take form.
Fuck! Those are so hard.
Yeah.
Will-o-wisps are resistant
This
to
is,
everything.
Heal.
Big fuck.
So like we get healed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've already counted.
You just did it.
Oh, the 6. Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you meant by that thing. I was like, what?
No.
No.
Fuck, some low.
Yes. But as it appears, it kind of seems to shimmer in place for a second before making a beeline for you, Busto.
No wonder why.
Your attack.
Would that provoke attack of
I
opportunity?
think it would.
For all apes?
On all of them?
On all apes?
Oh,
Is it moving?
shit.
Which ones is it moving away from?
All of them. They
All
all.
of
Yeah,
They were
I'd
all
say so.
surrounding it.
Oh shit.
Okay.
They don't get multi-attack.
It's alright.
right?
They're
Yeah.
resistant to everything, so even if you get as good, they're only like doing 20 damage there.
Not bad.
18,
Nope.
doesn't it? No.
Fuck. We're screwed.
22 hits? Okay.
Yep.
1.
Nope.
Miss.
Nope.
Miss.
That's
This
it.
is, yeah, that's it.
So you get one. You get one hit. Not bad.
7 total.
7. Okay. Well, it's half that, but what type of damage is it?
Bludgeoning.
It's happening.
Bludgeoning.
He wants to kill me.
You're
yeah.
screwed.
So Busto, as it
I'm
in-
in danger.
He was not joking.
Yeah.
as it approaches, you can see
Can't
these
see
little. You're gonna have to make little sparks of electricity start to shimmer.
Nat
around
20.
it.
He did.
Well, you keep concentration.
For the context.
Nice.
He gets 2 more monkeys.
Does a 17 hit?
Yes, I believe so.
I
Okay.
think
I
so.
believe so. That was 16, I think.
And you take 16 points of shock damage or lightning damage.
Okay.
It's like aesthetically
Um,
I can deal with that. It's a lot of damage. I also can heal myself.
That's a lot of damage.
Shut
Oh,
up.
can I take a D6 of
shouldn't
healing then? His
talk.
healing spirit, or
is it how long does healing spirit last?
a minute?
Okay. Is it just every time on your turn?
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's not your turn.
Okay. I
Oh.
didn't know because I didn't take it on my turn.
D4
So I'd
of
take
what?
it next turn.
Anything. Saving throws and attack rolls.
Should save the rest of the attack rolls, okay.
That's
Oh, I
anything
could've-
in this situation.
Not checks.
You could have added it to that.
Oh well. I didn't. Doesn't matter.
It was nat 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But I can't add it
So
to, like.
Cal and Nick, as that light starts to illuminate the forest, you can see the dryad looks over it for a second, and then just like almost seems to like curl up in anger for a second, before taking a step back and just knocking on the side of the tree 3 times in a row, and then darting forward to make a club attack at you, Nick.
I'm gonna use my reaction again to impose disadvantage.
What?
I'm gonna use my reaction to put my shield out in front.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
Can you do that?
Every single reaction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does a 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
Fuck! God damn it!
You tried.
Trevor's getting good rolls right now.
It's basically I put my hand out over you and he hits my shield and I punch you in the face.
That's funny. I like that.
You take 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, but
It's
yeah,
over the
as
eye,
it
I
as it
guess.
steps right after just doing that like
AC is 16.
right after doing that quick donk donk,
Mine's
donk,
less.
it steps forward and then just kind of uses that motion to just swing a club towards you, which Cal does try to block, but it kind of glances off the edge of his shield and still collides with your shoulder, kind of like twisting you back painfully. But Orion, it is your turn now.
Okay. We've talked about this before, and I cannot remember for the life of me what you said. Since I have 2-weapon fighting, and animal transformation gives me an extra attack, do I get 3 attacks?
I don't think.
2-weapon fighting is not an extra.
Yeah, I
attack.
don't think 2-weapon.
Oh wait, no, it is.
I have 2 claws, like 2 hands.
Yeah.
2-weapon fighting is an extra.
You know what? I could have been using that this entire goddamn time.
I think it is.
Of the same, I
Yeah,
mean,
I
I
know,
get it if
because I
it's different
daggers.
weapons, but I mean, I have the same weapon. And then as my 3rd attack, I can bite.
2-weapon fighting has to be with weapons, though.
Yeah,
Not
we
with.
are-
But
not with
they're
hands.
technically
I
my
don't know if-
weapons as a polar bear, my claws.
Is it a light melee weapon? Is the
I think claws are considered like melee.
well, yeah, probably.
I mean, the damage is armed attack.
I feel like 2-weapon fighting goes in
I
tandem,
feel
so it
like
could be
this is
like
a
you
weapon thing.
you
like,
Oh,
use
it's a
your
bu-
claws
oh.
twice, I guess.
It's,
Like,
But
like
you already
on my right hand
have-
and on my left hand.
I think he goes like this.
it's like
this,
with a bonus.
And then as my
Yeah.
extra attack, I can do whatever I want. For using
It's
animal
like, I could do
transformation
that
and
with
extra attack.
daggers.
Yeah, so it's
I have
like,
two
because
Because
daggers.
animal,
Daggers,
if animal
whatever you want.
transformation just has an extra
Yeah.
attack,
It
then I'd
says
say
it
sure.
says you get
2-weapon
I feel like
fighting.
we've had this conversation and said we should talk about it, and then
Yeah,
never
we never
talked
did.
about it.
I think
you
I
can
think
make
it-
an additional unarmed
should
strike as a
happen.
bonus action when using attack action.
I mean, his claws.
Oh,
hit-
okay, hold on, wait. So
Your
it
claws
would
don't
count
have
as his
crimson.
action and his bonus. So it'd be all 3.
Because one is an
No, 'cause
action,
This
one
is
is a bonus.
well, no.
That's how-
2-weapon
No,
fighting
it's
is
2-weapon
specific to
fighting
your
is
action.
when you take
And
the
this is
attack
using-
action and attack with a light melee weapon that you're holding in one hand. You can use a bonus action. You're right to attack with a different light. Okay, so it's just a bonus action. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can use it. It just uses your bonus action.
Okay, and I can go 3 times, right?
Yeah.
All right.
2 actions and 1 bonus action. Right?
Yeah.
2 attacks and a bonus
And a
attack.
bonus action.
Yeah.
And a bonus attack.
It just all this does is it allows you to use your bonus action to attack
attack.
if
Yes.
you've already attacked.
There we go.
Precisely.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
One thing we never should underestimate is our own inability to not understand the rules.
Of
Very
the
true.
thing you created.
Yeah.
How far is he cutting that tree?
He's getting there. I'd say he's a good halfway through.
Halfway through.
Yeah. He's making good time.
Not.
I know what you're gonna do.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for it. Can I push it over as a
Yep.
polar bear?
You can try. Go ahead and make a strength check.
But this is like.
It's like athletics or strength.
I'd say
morally,
strength.
I don't like
I'm gonna
this.
try it
Like,
on my
this
turn.
is his family.
Okay.
Like, he should
Do I
be-
get advantage? I wouldn't get advantage because I'm a polar bear.
No.
I probably would though.
Look at.
On what?
Not good.
Not
pushing it.
bad.
Would you?
Because I get for size thing, it's a furball trait that makes it so you pull and push a
Sure.
size above.
What'd you roll?
your weight.
With bonus straight strength 11.
11. Nah, dude. Unfortunately. So as you charge forward, you just like slam your paws into the tree, and start pushing. But Chesnick actually like takes a foot and like tries to like kick you backward away
I thought
from
it might. Does it get any further? Like
It like tilts a little bit. This is like a big fucking tree.
right. I
This
mean
is
like.
a solid ass tree.
I mean like.
Chop
Did I
down
save
a
him
red
any
one.
cutting? Like even a chop or two?
well, you're not cutting at it. You just,
I know, but I mean when you push it, that's gonna move it a little bit.
You rolled an 11, so
know.
maybe a little bit, not enough for
Not
you to
much.
notice
That's fine.
right away.
I think that's all I can.
It's really hot.
Really do.
Yeah. Okay.
You could have fought.
That was my action, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my bonus action to attack is only if I've already attacked.
So Nick,
Uh-huh.
it's your turn again.
I'm gonna try and get the one that hit me.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think this hits.
I should have used
Which 14?
14 to hit.
the plus 4.
Um,
Yeah.
no,
D4.
unfortunately. Not the dryad, anyway.
Yeah. Cool. Cool.
Roll it.
Cool.
What if he had? Let's say if he rolled a 15.
Would've
on
only
that
got one
saving
more up.
throw. Okay, it doesn't
On
matter.
which saving throw?
The
On that one where we're trying
It
to push
wasn't
the
even
guy.
a
If he got a
saving throw.
15,
Can't
what
retcon.
did
I
Can't
forgot.
retcon.
I forgot you
Yeah, yeah.
can use a D4 10
Everyone's-
bless.
It
everyone's
doesn't matter.
turn.
Keep going. Sorry, it's screwing up
Then,
here.
I will use my bonus action to disengage, and I will go over to where Busto's doing with the light.
That can be taken so many different ways. If somebody does that.
Which way are you going? Is it's a bit of a travel.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you can make the,
Yeah, I'll go around that way.
Okay. Yeah, so Nick, you swing forwards, but you're kind of already in a bit of an awkward situation with Cal's shield in front of you, so you can't quite make a blow as the dryad kind of darts back just slightly, and then you kind of just stop and turn and run around the side of the tree to where the rest of the group is concentrated. And you see Busto now kind of engaged in almost this, almost like he's trying to swat a fly as this little glowing point of light darts around his head. Busto, it's your ape's turn again.
So, do they see the other dryad who's not dead yet?
I don't know. Well, what determines if they can see it?
They have LOS, line of sight.
Yes.
Okay. Are they in range? They 30 feet.
Yep.
Okay.
You want here? I can. I'm just gonna use a little. We'll just represent them as a swarm.
Okay.
That makes so much sense.
We got a lot of frickin' minis on the board right now.
I would like to have them all attack the other dryad then, the one that isn't
Sure.
floating. All go to fisticuffs,
Mm-hmm.
multi-attack. Okay. 16. Did you bless the apes? Or does
No,
Blaze?
No.
it's
only
only for 3
3.
people,
Okay.
so it's only you guys.
16?
Yep.
That's the hit. 1. Nat 20.
Yep.
Yep.
24.
Holy shit, man.
18.
MVP.
That hits.
On the
Jesus
dryad?
fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it?
18.
18.
Yeah, that hits.
And
Okay.
then not
Everyone
a
hits?
hit.
Yeah, that's not a hit.
No, the last one was not a hit.
That's only
That's
5,
5.
though.
That's 5 though.
That one.
20, 12?
20,
12 doesn't hit.
12, no. Okay.
That one
23.
hits.
In the future, it might be not a bad idea to consolidate 4 apes into one big ape
Yeah.
and just multiply their shit by 4 or something.
Okay.
You have one more.
We'll worry about that some other time, though.
8, nope.
Oh, you rolling? Oh yeah, they have multi-attack. You're rolling 8
Yeah.
attacks.
oof.
Yeah.
I was like, why'd you roll
4
so many times? There's only 4
Plus,
of them.
hold on. 4 plus 4 plus 9 plus 8
Are you hurt?
plus double damage.
Yeah.
12 plus 15 total. Okay. So 8, 17 plus 8 plus 12 plus 15. So 23 plus 40 total.
40 point. Jesus fuck. That spell, man.
That's bullshit.
It's 8d6 attacks
Yeah,
plus
that's,
3.
That's insane.
Jesus
And he got a
Christ.
crit.
And that's only with apes. I can still do ranged attacks and shit.
Oh my god.
What
Well,
are
yeah,
the
no.
numbers?
Again, the apes come flying in, this fucking brigade of apes.
Wait, how much
and
damage did you do?
40.
It's like a bunch of
Christ,
Diddy Kongs
man.
come up with their peanut guns and just shoot him in the face.
And it's dead. It's dead. You killed it again.
And yeah, and they swarm in, Cal, where you can see
Wait.
Nick just left.
Did that Will-O-Wisp hit Busto before?
It did, but he rolled a fucking nat 20
On the
his con
concentration?
saving throw.
Oh.
And just tear the dryad to shreds. But once again, you can see as they're tearing into the corpse, this little point of light begins to glow above its body.
I really hope you don't.
Not
lose.
that it matters because he rolled a nat 20, but is concentration a constitution save?
Yes.
Yep.
It is? Okay.
I just looked it up.
Okay.
If I'm probably taking Warcaster anyway.
And Cal, it is your turn.
Alright. I'm going to take my hand and touch where my other hand is on my trident and push all the way up to the end of my trident, and this black fire is going to spread across the entire thing. And he killed what I was going to go for. And there's no Will-O-Wisp that I can see coming out of that thing.
No, there.
Not yet.
There is a point of light that has begun to glow above its corpse.
Because I know he's just. Trevor's just gonna try to instant kill me at this point. I'm just expecting it.
No,
It's
I
what
would
you
go for the
deserve.
apes, not you.
They have 19 HP
Ah.
each.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have to go for one at a time.
I am going to hold my action.
Okay.
Actually, hold my action.
You are the
and my
last
bonus
one
action.
in the round. Can you hold into the next round?
Yeah, I think it's just till it goes back around to mine.
That's fair.
Okay. Yeah, just hold my action and my bonus action.
Okay. Busto, then it will pass to you.
Okay. So at this point, can I, if I were to try to push the log over, Furbolgs have, I forget what the trait is. They can push or pull a size larger than them.
Yeah.
So I push and pull at huge instead of large.
And this is a stretch, but as a reaction, can I aid him in that?
Literally
Pushing
don't.
it?
He doesn't want
No.
you to. Oh my god.
But could I help him? Could I just try to like push the log?
You'll have to. He's positioned so that he's standing like in between you and the tree. You'd have to either, I don't know, move him or go around.
Jump over him.
Okay. I probably won't do that then. Because I assume I'm about to tank a fuck ton of damage. Just because. Hold on. Also, 3. So that's 36 HP. Healing spirit. I am also going to basically say fuck this. Dismissing the conjure animals. And wild shaping
No.
into a big fuck off bear,
Okay.
just to give me
Polar
some
bear?
HP. No,
Good. Polar bears are the biggest bears, so we're good.
actually,
Bitch, you can turn into fucking anything. Don't take this away from me. Actually, I think I'm gonna turn into a bigger polar bear, but just one little tiny pound.
I actually think I know what it's being used for. Okay.
Don't need it. Yeah.
Wait.
and that'll be my turn. I'm pulling up the stats right now.
Can I actually do something?
Yeah. So Busto, you see he kind of looks
Oh,
around
yeah.
for a second, and then he flicks a hand, and those 4 apes disappear in this like puff of white smoke, and then Busto just starts transforming into a massive what kind of bear?
I'm actually attempting to figure that out at the moment.
A massive bear.
Kodiak.
Can I, since I've traveled through the woods, do I know will-o-wisps well?
Vaguely, you have a passing knowledge, I'd say.
Do I know any of their weaknesses?
You can roll insight for me.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Oh,
You know that they
well
aren't
played,
weak
man.
to any type of damage.
They aren't weak?
Aren't weak to any type of damage.
Fuck,
Holy
I thought they
shit.
were weak to radiant. Shit. What a waste of a natural 20.
Are they
Actually,
using weapons to
awesome.
attack?
Yes, it's
They're
good.
not using weapons to attack.
No.
That screws up what I was gonna do. Shit. Alright.
Busto,
And I apologize. I'm turning into a crocodile.
a crocodile.
Oh.
Never mind.
Good.
Busto starts to turn into a bear,
It
and
was
then just
natural.
It's a
deflates
furry
down.
crocodile.
It's
He
horrifying.
fucks it up a little bit, and it's just
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's got little tufts of hair behind its
Yeah.
eyes.
Yes.
But as a crocodile, what is your AC as a crocodile?
AC is 12.
Okay.
Wow.
Um,
I think it'd go up.
The will-o-wisp is gonna it darts around you. It actually just phases straight through you, and as it's going through, it casts it releases another one of those electric bursts. And you said a 12, so a 14, yeah. You take 11 points of shocking damage.
Perfect. That's the reason why I turned into a crocodile. Is to give me a HP buffer.
Oh, nice.
But it is your turn, Orion.
Alright. I'm gonna, I don't really have to go very far to get to that will-o-wisp to just attack Busto, right?
Just turn around.
Yeah, I can pretty much just turn, right?
Yep.
Cool, so I'm still kind of protecting him. I'm going to use my action and my bonus action to attack. Just target.
Go ahead.
Alright, and 2 of them have to be my claws, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. And then the third one's gonna be my bite with last one will be the bite. Plus 19?
Hit, what do you get when you have a tie?
Attacker beats.
Meter beat.
So you hit.
That one's over 19, and this one's the bite. That one doesn't need.
So you get 2 attacks.
Yep.
What's the damage type on your claws?
Unarmed attack, but I get a +1 just
What,
because of.
do you know what the
animal
damage? It's slashing
Probably
damage. 'cause-
slashing, definitely.
Slashing
Okay.
damage? Yeah, that makes sense. Where's my D6? 6 plus 6, so 12.
12. Yeah, so you whirl around towards this point of light that has begun assaulting Busto, and you slash your claws through it twice, which doesn't seem to really damage it, but it kind of disrupts whatever fabric is keeping it together. By the way, Busto, is wild shape concentration?
No.
Okay.
Lucky bastard.
And Cal, over by you, where that that little glowing point is starting to materialize, as it starts to reach the same level of brightness as the other will-o-wisp, it suddenly just fades away and vanishes.
Okay.
That's all that happens for you. Nick,
Can I use my action then? No.
it's not your. If you want to use your
I
action.
held
yeah.
I held my action. I'm gonna run over to that willow. Actually, no, I can't. That's not my movement. Okay, I'm going to cast guiding bolt.
Hit Orion in the back.
Spell attack DC nat ones.
Yeah, guiding bolt at second level. Add it. Come on. Plus
Don't
7.
fuck it up.
Not in that one, thank Christ for me.
No. Okay. So that's my action gone. Bonus action.
What'd you roll?
5
5.
plus 7.
Plus up to 4.
Oh,
I
bless.
blessed you guys, not me.
Oh, yeah.
Um.
I
Should've
didn't
cast
need
guidance
it.
on you.
The one that I failed was a.
You didn't move though, right?
He
No,
can't.
I can't move.
Okay.
But I didn't move that turn, so can I move? Because I just held my entire turn.
I think so. I think you do have a movement,
Can you
right?
get a bonus action then too?
I do have a bonus action.
I'm pretty sure holding
Did
your
you
action.
did you just
hold
delay?
your
Did you
turn.
delay your turn or did you
Yeah,
hold
I
an
did
action?
delay my turn. That's what I
Yeah,
meant.
so you have a movement.
Okay, I'm gonna run over to it then.
Okay.
Fuck, I could have done that. Fucking not. Okay, whatever.
Running this way does provoke an attack of opportunity, unfortunately.
Oh, it's invisible. Motherfucker.
Trevor.
And I do have advantage because I'm invisible. So yeah, that hits. 24. That hits.
Oh.
Okay.
You take 13 points of shocking damage, and the will-o-wisp reappears.
All right.
Where'd you go again?
I ran over to that one.
Nick is all.
Actually, if you get hit from an opportunity attack, don't you stop running?
I don't know.
Actually, no.
I don't believe so.
I don't think
I don't-
so,
yeah, I
but
don't think
I am
so.
going to, because they're both on that one, so I'm gonna stop there.
All three of us are on that one,
No, she's put back a little bit.
but she's closer to that.
And now I'm gonna use my bonus action with my spiritual weapon to hit that.
Okay.
Disadvantage because it's invisible.
It's
No, it's not invisible.
It's not invisible anymore now that it's attacked.
Come on. 18 plus 7. I think that hits.
Does hit.
Well, one wild
then-
shape.
19 is his armor class. So we already know that, right?
Yes. 5 feet. Hit. Force damage equal to 1d8 plus your spell casting. So 4 plus 4, so 8 points of force damage. So
Okay.
it's 4 points of force damage. Whew. I know. Will-o-wisps are resistant to everything.
Yeah.
Fucking will-o-wisps, man.
All right. So that's your turn, Cal.
Yep.
Yeah. So
How much damage was that again? Sorry, I was.
you took 13.
13.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, Cal. As it vanishes, you turn to leave, and this arc of electricity just strikes you in the back. And you stop and put out a hand, and your spiritual weapon flares for a second, and you can see the now visible will-o-wisp gets sort of buffeted for a moment, and Chesnick sinks another axe into the tree, which is now almost 3/4 of the way through, and you can see it's up top. It's begun to wobble back and forth gently.
Crocodile.
I
I mean, I guess it could.
Oh,
I
your
don't think a
monkeys are
crocodile
gone.
can lift itself
Cal,
up.
does this?
Probably.
If you held your turn and out, this was
The monkey's turn, so it's my turn.
yeah. So
Okay, so
your
it's my turn again. Fantastic. Okay, so
Run up there, monkey bitch.
I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds at 2nd level. Use my last 2nd level spell slot.
This is an appropriate time to do that.
Yeah.
Do you have to touch
Natural
them
20.
to use
He
Yes.
did get a natural 20.
Okay.
So
You gotta run up to it first.
Double damage.
that's 4d10.
Do you need one?
No, I have 4. I have this plan, bro. Inflict Wounds is my favorite spell.
40-10 and double the damage.
Oh, that was ass.
That was awesome.
10,
Oh,
three,
so-
17 times 2.
So you
that's
just take
34.
74, but you, just 17.
What
for
type
you.
of damage is it?
Necrotic.
Fuck, it's necrotic.
So it's just 17.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
That's not bad.
That's pretty bad.
Man.
Out of 4d10?
Yeah, that's true.
That's below
Out of
average.
17 out of, but almost average.
Yeah, it's a little below average.
Yeah. So
Second
in response to
penis.
this, you turn
Shut
back.
up.
How
did I know that was coming?
You plunge a hand into this glowing light, and you can see it flickers and actually changes color for a second. And then when you redraw your hand, you can see it's kind of like wobbling, like it can barely sustain itself.
Okay. Now I am going to use my bonus action to hit it with my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
I forgot
14 plus 7.
To hit.
Yeah,
that hits.
21. Now 1d8. 6 plus 4, 10. So that's 5 force damage.
All right. Yeah. As your spiritual weapon flaps its wings for a second time, you can see this already unstable will-o-wisp is buffeted by another blast of force, and it just like a light, and it vanishes.
Nice.
Good job, buddy.
Bitch.
But Busto, it is your turn again.
Okay. So that will-o-wisp is dead.
Yes.
Okay. So just one more.
Yep.
I don't think it's worth it for me to waste my bonus action and my action on a 3rd level spell and my last wild shape.
To kill that will-o-wisp?
Well, I was planning on getting out of wild shape, hasting you, going back into wild shape.
Well,
No, don't do that.
Yeah,
Bad idea.
it's-
I don't think we have much more to kill.
Yeah.
Just go for that thing.
It'll burn through all my shit.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna try to swing with crocodile.
Crocodile.
I'm just picturing Busto swinging around a crocodile as like a.
Yeah,
He doesn't use
Force
that. He
weapon.
doesn't actually bite. He just takes his tail and goes, and just spins all the way around.
I'm definitely imagining this fucking helicopter crocodile now.
He goes so fast that he starts to take off.
So the bite
I can keep it
is
down. Bear versus crocodile. Sci-fi movie.
okay. So it is a +7 to hit, and it's a grapple. Can will-o-wisps be grappled?
I don't think so. Yeah, they can move through creatures and objects if they were difficult
They
terrain.
can probably just like.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't
you'd-
think you can
You'd
grab
probably just
them.
jump through them due to their ability.
Okay.
You could go behind them.
The DC is 12. Whatever that matters.
Can you grapple a will-o-wisp? They're incorporeal.
I think you would have to have a spell that lets you or
No.
something, right?
That would be.
I
Massive.
have hold person, but that's only humanoid.
I mean, you can probably grab them. It's just on its turn. It's just gonna phase right through your
Like
arms.
you can
Okay.
hit them, but
Well,
that's
I'll
like
still- I'll
you're
still
going
swing.
too quick for them to just like
17.
To hit.
Yep.
That doesn't hit.
Nope.
Unfortunately.
19.
You know,
Remember
I'm
last.
like
it's like-
obsessed
So-
with them.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna hold my breath.
Oh,
Cause I can do that for 15 minutes.
As a crocodile.
Just because?
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally only reason.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
let my
so-
turn go to waste. I'm gonna just stop breathing.
I like
Yeah, so
Nerds.
the Busto crocodile rears up and it snaps its jaws shut, and you see the will-o-wisp just goes straight through its upper jaw.
Can you please
Um,
be the crocodile from Peter Pan?
Jesus
No.
Christ! I'm really bad holding my breath.
Is that what
Were
you're
you
doing?
just doing it?
Yeah, and then you see the crocodile just kind of, and it does stop breathing unnecessarily, but it does stop breathing.
It gets all
Though
hunkered down.
it
like
is
in
the
water.
will-o-wisp's turn.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
It's going to attack you, Orion.
I figured I was the last one to do damage. Wait, what kind of
Or actually,
what kind of damage does it do?
It was
No.
inside of Arthur's mouth.
no, it motions towards you and then it just flies straight at your chest and passes
Fuck.
straight through
Oh
you
What-
no.
Damn it.
to go and avenge its fallen comrade.
What kind of damage do they do?
Lightning.
Okay,
Hold on.
not
I will save you.
not radiant or
No.
necrotic.
What if they
okay.
talk to each other?
I'm-
It's not attacking you.
I know.
That'd be
I was
cute.
just
That'd be-
wondering
Plain noise.
for a separate reason.
Does it? Yeah, 22 hits.
It's like
Anything over 20. Anything 20 or over hits
anything.
for all of us.
Anything 16 or over hits.
Yeah.
Our ACs are not good.
No, they're not.
Mine-
Well, you
15.
you take 14
16.
points of lightning
15
damage.
now, 14.
Yeah, so it sort of darts away
14?
from Busto and it passes straight through Orion's polar bear form to deliver
That-
this nasty electric shock.
I just
to
thought
Cal.
of it. Would that give me an attack of opportunity because it went through me?
I'd say so.
I'm gonna try to bite it.
Okay.
19 naturally, so that hits.
Yeah.
That's a D6 plus.
Remember
One
that plus
with
4 to
that.
your attack rolls, everyone.
Yeah, I know.
That
Plus-
no one's been doing.
Oh fuck me, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, bless was concentration. Can I roll for that when I got hit back there?
You have to roll like 3 times.
Okay.
I only got hit once.
You've been hit only one?
No, I've been hit 3 times, but that was the first time.
Yeah.
I think that makes it. It's like
Sure.
So 7. What would you
14.
What would you call biting? That's not slashing.
It's piercing.
It's piercing.
Piercing.
So that's 7 piercing, 1 acid.
Ooh,
Okay.
8 total.
that's
4.
spicy.
Yep. So 4 total.
I think that's nice too.
That was my
Okay,
opportunity.
they all save. They all save. I rolled 3 times.
Okay.
What did we do?
Wait,
First plus con. his
It's
con
fine. It's still.
I've only been hit twice.
I didn't.
Still there.
So
I'm
they
only
still
using.
saved.
I'm only
Doesn't
using
matter,
it if I
guys.
need it. I
Yeah.
haven't
So,
needed
but
it
as it
that one
phases
time.
through, I'll say it goes like straight for your mouth, like through your mouth, and you just bite it as it goes by, and you can feel it kind of like as it goes through your head, but passes through
I keep it chunk.
nonetheless.
tries to
It is your turn though, Orion.
All right. I'm gonna turn around.
Okay.
I'm gonna fucking
These
do all 3.
flavors are electric.
Go for it, bro.
Biting will
No
be
one
last.
heard that joke.
Yeah, no one's
13
gonna
plus
know.
I said those flavors are
and
electric.
8
Okay, well done.
is
It's very funny.
21.
You're gonna
It's a
die
hit.
if you get hit
That
again.
hits.
Doesn't hit. 6 plus 8
No.
and
Bite.
doesn't hit either. So I just get the
Just one claw.
one claw, which is 2
I'm just kidding.
slashing.
Was that 2 before
One.
you divided it?
What?
That's 2 before
No.
I divided it.
So
1 damage.
1 slash.
MVP of the fight, really.
I take 1 claw and just run it down.
no,
its
you just
back.
go like this and go.
Can I carve
It's
an
like,
O in its back?
You
What if that
try, but
killed
it's
it?
sort of incorporeal.
Damn it!
If that killed it, I would have been so
That would have
angry.
been pretty
It's
funny.
like O for Orion.
Nick, it is your turn, and as you see Orion turn to try and attack it, Chesnick sinks another blow, and you can see the tree has decidedly begun to rock back
Okay.
and forth.
Shut the fuck up. I'm so proud of it. I'm gonna go around to get it.
I like that.
Where?
Just around so I can get in range of it.
What is with us tonight?
I don't know. I'm really
yeah,
myself
between
in
it
the
and
balls.
Chesney would be
Really
great.
giggly.
Okay, great. And I will try to stab it with my soul, with my dagger.
My soul dagger.
My swadagger.
My soul dagger.
Soul dagger.
Air horn.
30.
That does hit.
A
A 30 does hit.
Okay.
How do you get a 30, child?
18 plus 4 plus 8.
Did you add your D4?
I added my D4.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah, I did. That's
You
why I
said
have it.
plus 4 plus 8.
round of applause for yourself.
Okay.
I only add my D. I should add my D4.
That is.
God damn it!
I would have hit it.
You fucking idiot. He would have hit it if he rolled his D4.
That's
If I
so
had rolled
funny.
a 4 on my D4.
Oh.
12
Or
points
3.
of damage.
Okay.
Is someone within 5 feet of it with another friend within 5 feet of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Then it also takes. Give that
I
back.
would've hit it.
Another
Jesus, I forget how much fucking damage you do.
another 14 points of damage, and for my bonus action, I will attempt to hit it again with my less good dagger. Cause
Wait,
that's
how much more damage did it take?
14.
So 28 total. 28 total at the
It's
moment.
fucking dead, boy.
That 1 damage did it.
And 19 does hit it.
Yes.
What if she does like 37 damage and it had like 38 before you hit it?
No, my other dagger is a D4, so it's not great.
That would be good.
I blew dust in its eyes, and that's why it did.
5, 6
Except-
more points of damage with my other dagger.
Without.
Copyright.
Okay.
So
That-
34, right?
Yeah.
34 total.
Yeah.
Rogues are like ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Nick, so you swing in with both daggers and just and you see it kind of just in half and sort of does that same like twitching thing you saw Cal's begin to
Nice.
do. And right as it starts to like expand, that massive redwood just comes down just in between you and Orion.
Oh, that's nice.
And from out the edges of the fallen tree, you just see this like soft of light.
Yay.
It's the tree's fault.
Yeah.
Tree gets the kill. On
Yeah.
No, it was Nick. It was definitely Nick.
By how much? More.
Like, you got like 8 points extra.
That's
Would've
pretty
been
good.
9. I mean 7.
Yeah, and
Just saying.
you're out of combat now. So you all kind of stop to breathe for a second.
Yeah.
And you can see Chesnick kind of just swings for a second, he sets the axe down, and then just plops onto the stump for a second and kind of does this and says, Thank you guys. Thank you. And he gets up and pulls out that little spider lock and walks around towards like the middle of the tree, and he plants the lock, and you see for a second it just sits there, and then the little hooks come out and just onto the sides of it, and then he pulls out that little ornate key again, and he puts it in the lock, twists it, and there's this like shimmering around the tree, and then it vanishes, and the key drops to the forest floor. And he picks up the key again and puts it back in his pocket.
Is that kind of magic common?
No.
He sent it to Tom Grocer.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
That's
no.
not what I was thinking.
Can
I think you just put it
Is
in
there
this room.
any?
He put it
The
in
key. The key. It's a
yeah.
gold key.
Yes.
Do I recognize how it looks at all?
It looks identical to the key you guys carry.
Fucking knew it. Yep.
Oh shit! Yeah, might have. I thought he just sent it back to his room.
It was to his room, but it was magic done by Tom Grocery, I think.
Yeah, I mean the keys do a similar thing. Opens a portal. To
It does.
place.
And Chesnick kind of
Instead of rings, it's keys.
Chesnick walks back into
Shut up.
the center of the clearing, and he picks up his axe from the ground. And he says,
That's true.
"Should be off, right? Orion, I think you have someone waiting for you."
Thought he wasn't gonna be back tonight.
He's a bit dense, isn't he? Ah.
Yeah.
Your friend. Let's get going. I don't want to stick around here for too long.
Sounds good to me.
Chesney.
Can you tell me what you were talking about?
I'm talking about. He looks like exhausted. By the way, he looks totally spent, and he just goes, "What exactly? Talking about? What part of it?"
Can I shapeshift into a camel
Sure.
and like poke him with my head?
Yeah, no. As you start to shapeshift, he just like walks over and just almost falls forward. And as you turn into Campbell, he just kind of lies down on your back. And after a moment, he sits up, sort of properly, but he stays up atop you. And he goes, "Sorry, Cal. What was that?"
I was just wondering what you two were talking about.
Benji won't like to wait too long, but he's picked up on the wrong side of things. Come on, it's gonna get night. Night's gonna fall soon, and you don't want any more of the will-o-wisps coming out.
Hey,
Alright.
Chesney.
Yes, Nick. We should start walking though, and he kind of motions you to start going, Busto. Yeah, and so him on the back of Busto Camel starts walking back down the path.
Shuttle. Go bus.
Yeah.
And he kind of
Yeah.
he kind of
Camel.
motions to you guys with
Yeah.
his free hand as he walks away.
It's for the record, it's camp still.
Camp's
Oh my-
terrible.
Oh my
Ugh.
god.
That's the worst one yet.
Oh
That's-
my god.
It's camp still.
I preferred the shuttle go busto. 'cause
You can
you're-
all
you're
go fuck
shuttling.
yourself.
Okay.
It's
that's-
camp still.
That's fair. Anyway,
You're
yeah, I will sort of like try to keep up with the
You're
camel.
disgusting.
And I'll be like, "Hey, Chesney,
Mm-hmm.
are you okay?"
He says, "Yes, sorry that just took a lot out of me.
Emotional.
I haven't been back here in a long time, and I thought I'd moved past it more than I had. But thank you, Nick.
Do you want me to play you a song?
He says, that would be lovely. Thank you."
Okay, I'll play him a song.
On your flute.
How
Yeah.
on foot? How far away are we from being back?
Only a couple miles.
Okay. I'm gonna like sprint as fast as I can as a bear and get as far as I can.
Sure.
Because I know I'm late for.
Not
date-
yet.
a date
It's
with
not
the bishop.
sundown yet.
I know, but I said I was gonna be early.
Yeah. No. Orion, as you guys are heading off, Orion, without ever shifting back into a human or gnome, just tears off down the path away from you.
I don't know how fast I can run. But a lot
Pretty
faster
quick.
than a gnome, a 2-foot gnome. Somebody's gonna feed milkshake.
You guys make it a little ways down the path before Chesnick kind of sits up and hops off your back, Busto, and kind of gives you a pat on the side and starts walking of his own volition. Again,
I'll revert back then
okay.
and just scan, make sure there's no more will-o-wisps and stuff.
You can go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Not a great roll. 13.
13.
Oh shoot!
You don't notice anything.
We never realized why. What the fuck was
It
that?
was the bone.
Ghosts.
It was the ghost.
Oh, the bone.
As you walk,
Shit. what the fuck?
What was that?
We never realized why he knocked on that tree, did we?
great question.
Trevor.
Wait, he knocked on it?
Yeah, he
3
did.
times.
The dryad did.
When the other
Oh, the
when the
dryad
first
did.
one died.
Yeah. They did that to transport the first time, right?
They passed through the trees to transport.
He just knocked on the tree 3 times.
Do
He
I know of
didn't-
anything that?
I don't like that.
You haven't heard of it before.
I thought there was gonna be more dryads, but none of them showed up.
Roy confused.
Fuck! I left you guys. I will.
I'm sorry too. ask,
Yes, Busto.
There we go.
Yes.
how many sons did you have?
He looks away from you and starts walking faster, and he just puts up a finger as he walks away.
1.
That's like 3.
4.
It's gotta be 8.
As he starts to walk off, though, he kind of pauses for a second and goes, "Oh, sorry." And he comes back to you and rummages around in his pack for a second, and pulls out this big, like, satchel. That seems to have some significant weight to it, and he hands it out and looks at 3 of you for a second and says, "A deal's a deal."
Thank you.
Shunk. And he hands you a satchel with 200 gold pieces.
I'm gonna take out 50.
He's not
I'm
there.
not there.
Oh,
He's not
where is
there.
he?
He
He
left
ran
out
off
to
as
go
a
to
bear.
the fishing guy.
Oh fuck. Okay,
He
never
has a
mind.
date.
I was a fisherman.
I'll put the 200 in the party fund for now then.
Good.
Okay.
That's where it belongs. I'm so glad we have one.
So at this point,
Stays with
kind of
him, though,
downtime.
so if we need it,
Yeah.
we won't use
So
it.
you guys make it back to Chesnick's shop, and he goes around for a bit, and he sort of seems surprised that you followed him back for just a moment, but then he sort of shakes off and he looks at you and says, "It's not all of the cost, but it should give you a start at least." And he says, "If it makes you feel any better, it is a very nice boat." I gotta be off though, and he heads to the back of the shop, and he opens that back door with the golden key again.
Right before he leaves. You seem to know a lot.
He says, "Here, you can come in with me while I work.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
don't touch anything.
Okay.
And leave the wrench alone."
Okay.
And when you get in there, he works his way over. He just walks, like, you guys follow him through this massive. It really does look like a ballroom, just draped with these massive black curtains on every side. But he walks straight past all these other boats and makes his way to the far wall, where he pushes aside some of the curtains and passes through into another larger room. And this room doesn't have multiple boats. In this room, there's just one. This massive, almost like if you've ever seen old pictures of the Hindenburg, these just massive frameworks of a boat, larger than it looks like maybe Telechek. And you can see already in this room is that big log that you guys cut down, which does look to be around the size of a mast for that ship. And he walks in, and as you walk in, you do, Nick, you see there is this big tool bench with pretty much all manner of tools, and there is a really big gold wrench right on top of the bench.
Oh, nice.
But he just grabs a hammer and he starts to get to work. He carries his axe in with him, and you see he starts to take it and just like slide it down, peeling the bark away from the tree. And he says, "So yes, Busto, I think you had a question."
You seem to be very wise.
He says, well, not like you, Busto.
He has 20 wisdom, actually. Fuck.
Oh shit!
He seems to kind of crack. I can see it on your head.
I know.
He seems to kind of crack
I'm just beating Adrian.
crack a smile for a second, Busto, but then it just sort of fades away again, and he keeps working on the mast.
How can you tell future?
Well, I'm a seer, Busto. I can see it as plain as I can see you. And he carves another line down the mast.
Is that magical or a part of you?
He scrapes another line and says, "It's a born trait. Runs in our family." And he stands back for a second and he gestures up at the ship. He says, "The first Chesnick, the one who built the first world ship, I don't know it for certain, but I'm hoping he got the idea from me. And he goes back to work and keeps scraping down the side of the mast.
Fuck, that's really cool.
Can you teach this?
He says, no, and you wouldn't want it if I could.
Why do you want to make this ship?
He says, he sort of pauses for a second. He picks up the axe again. He turns to you and says, the Chesnicks are doomed. Our family is going to be gone. And if I don't make this, nobody ever will. And he says, I think it's what I was born to do. And he goes back to scraping the bark off the sides again.
Hey, can I take off some bark with you?
He says, sure.
Okay. I'll do that.
And he sort of moves to the side to let you work near the top. And he says, just watch out for the knots.
Okay.
He says, Orion's gonna be needing your help. He's gonna be wanting to see you on the ship soon. You shouldn't stay too long. Thank you for your help, though.
Wait, so you knew something would go wrong with that person he's meeting?
Nothing will go wrong with it. He's just, he didn't say it to you, but this isn't seer powers, Cal. This is just me looking at a group and reading the room. He wants your approval. He wants all of your approval. If you blow him off on meeting you at the ship, he's not gonna say anything, but he will feel sad about it.
Orion? He's talking about Orion?
We didn't talk about it, but I mean, I'm not saying anything.
You were right.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Well,
Thank
we
you.
best get going. Thank you so much, yeah.
He says, of course. Feel free to come back if you can pay it. I'll be right here.
Thank you.
Throw me off.
How much to rent ship?
He says,
We're not renting it?
I
I thought we were renting it for
I thought we were
600.
buying.
yeah, you were buying.
Fuck! Are you serious? I've been thinking we were renting it.
No, I thought we were buying. Yeah, we're buying the entire ship.
Shit.
Yeah, we only need. Yeah, wait.
He says, I'd prefer not.
We don't need to buy a ship.
He kind of pauses for a second. He says, I'd prefer not to rent it. I usually ask Benji for 300 gold pieces, though.
That makes it much easier. We could totally get up another 100.
Excuse me for a second. He says, do 450 and I'll call it good.
450.
Just call it an insurance policy.
He's smart with us.
Yeah.
That's pretty smart.
Thank you.
He says, of course.
Thank you.
We're gonna wreck this freaking
Yeah,
thing.
that's
I
not-
already thought
It's gonna
about
be
it.
at the bottom of the sea in
Yeah,
a couple
honestly.
days.
I'm like, why aren't we
Yeah.
thinking about renting? Because we won't return it.
Is he particularly quiet? He's not a very. He's not a.
He's not overly talkative.
But he's also exhausted.
Is he a snitch?
Do you know? Do you have fucking mind powers?
I can tell. I can read people real well from.
This guy
Go.
deserves stitches.
Can I read him?
Go for insight.
To determine.
Ouch!
Yeah,
a
that's
2.
a 9.
Has he? What secrets has he told you of other people?
None.
There you go.
He's told you how much
What's
Benji
yours?
rents.
20. I got a 21.
He
He's
doesn't.
not a
I figured.
snitch. He's too
I
good.
could tell just by not even having the insight check that.
He doesn't seem to lie very
I
often.
figured
but
that too, but just in case.
He hasn't. He seems to have no need to tell other people's secrets.
Thank
Do you know in this town that's particularly affluent and doesn't need to be?
This is almost all of the affluent people are. Telechek isn't much of a business hub, though. Most people make their wage based off of what they do, not from their family.
Yeah.
Eric, maybe, but
Eric, last name?
Waterhouse.
He's such a cool dude, though.
You called him a moron.
He is a moron.
Have you done anything? Has he done anything particularly bad? Is he a bad person?
He's dedicated. He's just not. He's not particularly perceptive. To be fair, though, and he looks at you and says, I am talking from the perspective of me. This is me judging him, not you.
A good working man. Yeah, I understand.
And someone who can tell how things end when they start.
That's true.
We best get going.
Yeah, we need to leave. Thank you.
He says, you're very welcome.
Hey, Chesney.
Yes, Nick.
You're like lucky to have ancestors, and your family has a legacy, and that's really cool. And I just wanted to say that you're still gonna be a dad, even if your son is gone. Okay? And you should cheer up a little.
He doesn't look over at you. He actually seems to be kind of avoiding your gaze. And he places a hand on the base of the axe again, and as he goes to shove it a second time, you can see he just drives it straight into the trunk of the tree. And then he steps back for a second. He's just like this. He looks over at you and says, No. A good father wouldn't have buried his son, and even a decent father wouldn't have been the one to kill him. But thanks for your words, Nick. And he turns back to the tree trunk and starts prying his axe out.
I'm gonna tiptoe back out of there.
I called it.
Can
I called it too.
I think we can all do this collectively.
Yeah.
I don't have a hood.
My back is cramping. Anyway. Hold on.
Fuck, I okay.
I will say to him, before I leave, I will say.
How'd you kill him?
Yeah. Can I get to be
Where's he buried?
Under the tree. Fuck.
Yeah, you idiot.
He was under the tree the whole time.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Oh my god, he
He
said
just got that.
Anyway.
I was too busy.
Anyway. I
Glad I
will
was
say.
wrong.
Circumstance is still circumstance. And, when we come back, can we dance in your workshop?
He looks at you and kind of cracks a smile. He says, not in the workshop, but I'll ask my friend if he can get you a room to dance in.
Okay.
He says, I hope to see you again soon, Nick.
Bye, Chesney.
And he waves to you, and you guys walk back out of his workshop.
Hey, he doesn't hope to see you guys soon.
I would just like to do
this
one
guy.
last thing
I love
before I
him.
leave.
Yeah.
In true Buster fashion, I'd like to Druid craft a rose or a flower. Thank you. And just kind of like avoiding his gaze, head down, walk out.
Yeah. As you're turning to, as you leave the rose, I'm assuming you're just like leaving it next to him.
Yeah.
He kind of puts a hand on your arm, and he just clasps your hand like that for a second, just lets you go, and nods to you.
And I just walk out.
Yeah. Orion, you've made your way back to Benji by this point, I assume.
Yeah, is he there? Or
Yes.
am I like really early?
He's still at his station. right now.
Alright.
It really isn't that late into the day yet.
Nah, that's fine. I got nothing to do. I'll just kind of like sit nearby, sharpen my axe or something.
You're not getting 150. Fuck.
Yeah.
Love you.
Okay. So you're waiting over by his. Are you guys?
I'm going
Yes.
right to where he is because I feel like this is fishy as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm going straight over.
At a fish market.
Oh yeah. Wait. Wait.
But I'm dead.
I'm going straight.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So
Wait, I have a question.
yes.
While waiting for him, can I take a short rest?
Yes. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you walk back, you guys arrive first, and you see Orion there, and then Busto comes second, and you can see. Busto sort of looks. I don't know. However you'd feel after that. But he is walking. He's walking pretty normally, but he has one hand open and the other one is tightly closed.
I do.
You do.
I do.
You do.
I do.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's because he's angry. Can I
That's fine.
just tell if it's because he's angry?
We're all
It
together
doesn't look like it.
No. Is there a beach around?
Oh yeah, you're
on
right.
the harbor.
You're right next to the
We're
beach.
here.
You're on the harbor.
I'd like to kind of go in like the rocky area and try to find best way I can describe it, a crab shell.
Are you going to look for crabs?
Yeah. A dead crab specifically.
You can roll investigation for me.
There's dead crabs that we're selling.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Oh.
You
Got
find
it.
40 dead crabs.
So many
I
crabs.
dead ass
man.
Of
Of
There's-
every species of crab known
yeah,
to
you
man.
have
find
like
all the
a
crabs.
smorgasbord of crabs.
And then
Yeah,
you
I
cry
mean,
a
yeah,
little
no,
bit, they're
dude,
all
it's a
dead.
fucking arrangement. There's
Okay.
like, it looks like the guy who was someone who was selling shellfish beforehand just dumped their cart back here.
You found a sunken ship with millions in gold, but you choose the crab.
I'll take the gold.
Nah, dude, I like crabs more. Let's be honest here.
You just know what gold is.
With that, I would like. How much time do I think I have, roughly?
It's not quite sundown yet. You probably have a couple, I don't know, maybe half an hour, 45 minutes.
Okay. I'd like to get this crab. Could I please roll stealth?
Sure.
Try to hide.
Yeah.
Or at least get out of sight.
Of us?
I mean, you can just walk away from them.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a short rest on his way back, right? We could say.
He had a short rest waiting at the.
Okay, okay. I was just
Booth.
making sure because he wanted. to
Yeah,
know
I
about
already
that.
knew I had a short rest.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought you were assuming.
Okay. I don't want to walk too far because I want to still be around, but I just want to be kind of out of sight.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I say here. I say you head down south a little bit until you're like almost under the bridge, but not quite.
Okay.
Just sort of around the little corner in the coastal front.
Okay. And I would like to. I think you know what I want to do, Trevor.
I think you do. How do you do it?
Or I would like to take one of the dead crab shells.
Waiting for it.
Pull up my sleeve to reveal my emo streak.
Oh my god.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I do have an actual scar there.
Freaked me out for a
Um,
second. I'm like, you're committing to this show way too much.
There's no such
We
thing as
do
too
not
much, Nate.
condone ritualistic
Yes.
self-harm
Holy shit.
in
Yeah,
case
no.
of
Never
personality
going
for
into
this show.
communion with another
just to
person.
clarify.
Woo.
And I would like to take my fingernail and just
What the crab shit?
try to cut into it.
Yeah, so you take these little crab bits and you
He's
kind of
like one of those
arrange them in a
people who's
little
like-
row of lines in front, facing out to the ocean, and then you draw a bit of blood and drop it on the sand in front of you, and nothing happens for a good long while until
That was for nothing.
this a stronger wave comes in and it fully covers this little area you've filled up, and then when it retracts, you can see that right inside of like the almost the area laid out by the crab legs. When the waves retract, there is a message written in the sand, and it says, "What is your need?"
Adrian did not like that wink.
I did.
I ask for your blessing on our journey.
There's another few seconds, and then another one of those waves comes in, and it
No.
covers it. And upon retracting again, the message has been replaced, and it says, "Your ship will sail smoothly."
Okay, can I ask something?
Yes.
Just one question. Does the Great Crabbo exist in this universe?
I don't know who he's talking to,
He's
bud.
talking to besides.
This better not be the Great fucking Crabbo.
It isn't.
Okay, good.
It isn't. No.
Is it your patron? Probably. I hope so.
Yeah, sort of.
Okay.
Who the hell is Crabbo?
It was okay. When we first
Musto,
started,
Crusto,
Arthur
Crabbo.
could not find a good patron that had to do with nature, so there was one called the Great,
Great Crabbo.
And,
so
um,
stupid.
True neutral.
Yeah, it's a true neutral crab, 5e. It's a greater deity that all of its followers just rolled a really, really, really good disguised self, and they're all just a swarm of crabs. This is not a joke.
It's so
It's
stupid.
actually in the DMG.
That's the big
Dead
plot twist
ass.
with Busto.
Anyway,
He's actually
I
apologize.
crabs.
Anyway, I apologize. And I would like to not yet, but I would like to take a couple of these like crab remains that I still have and just put them into my bag
Mhm.
for the moment.
Yep.
Like bow down to the water, kiss it, and then plant my staff directly into the sand.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Getting a bit X-rated here.
I was gonna say enter communion, but getting
And
roasted.
enter the sand.
No, that was
This
a
isn't a
joke.
beat.
That was a joke. And simply just bow, not entering communion.
If you bow for a moment, the waves wash in around you, and the moment passes. You stand up, and you go to leave. But as you're turning to leave, you can see just out of the corner of your eye. You don't stop to stare, but you see the words once again replaced, and they say, "All things come at a cost."
Bitch, what a dick. Who is this patron? Fuck.
When you turn back,
I
the
get
words are gone.
smited. Boom. This isn't abuse. This is abuse.
Shut.
I would, of course, give one big old sigh. Could I
Sacrifice your friends.
could I please roll a survival check?
Go for it.
Smallest first.
20 total.
Okay.
Whoa.
You
Uh,
survive.
I'm trying to find an animal, preferably a sea.
You got Wolfie here. If you wade out into the water, you might be able to find a fish. I suppose.
We might be able to catch
Crab.
it. Or a seal.
A giant crab.
Grandma.
They should have put mud crab.
Do you know I forget what they're called, like the snails that you find like
Periwinkles.
Periwinkles.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah,
no. You can
periwinkles.
find some. There's a couple periwinkles up on the rocks near the edge of the shore, because it kind of comes into like this bluff, like a cliffside, and there's a couple rocks down the bottom that seem to get covered by water at high tide, but which are now dry, and you can see a few periwinkles hang on the sides.
I'd like to grab 10.
Okay,
If possible.
sure. Yeah.
Go back to the place that I was at. Just like with them in my hand, and I assume you want me to roll strength. I'd like to crush them.
Okay. You can crush snails.
I
What?
was about to say.
The fuck?
You must
Yeah.
have like strength 20 or something.
They're snails.
He's
Dude.
big.
No, but like
I could crush a snail if I really
he
tried.
got mad at
What,
me for
10?
he'd probably get mad at me for touching a snail, let alone fucking killing them.
Well,
Yes.
everything comes at a cost,
That's
Adrian.
true.
Everything
Comes.
costs shit, okay? And I tried to do as little damage as possible.
That's a lot of damage.
Adrian,
Shut up.
I knew you were gonna make that joke.
Kills an entire snail population. Little damage.
And as I crushed them into my hands, kind of just like spread them out in front of me,
There's
plant the staff in the sand again, and wait for the wave to come back up.
Yeah.
Shut
The wave comes back in, and when it recedes, the snails are gone once again.
Is that enough?
I'm just gonna get up and meet back with these guys.
We're probably have we met Orion yet?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sharpen my axe.
Yeah.
Sis.
That'll be it for me.
So,
Has Benji arrived yet?
He's been here. He's
we're
just
right, you're right,
still-
but they've never met him.
I'd say at this point he's packing up like the stuff he has out on his booth right now, and just putting whatever he hasn't sold back into his pouch and sort of just taking everything that is his away.
Benji.
He's, hey, Orion, what's up? Are these your friends?
I don't know
Yes.
what else.
Is this enough, or is this too much, or is there room
Oh,
on
he
the boat?
says, I thought you were bringing more people.
We
There's-
There's
have one more,
there's
and
one
he's
more.
bigger than the others. These two.
yeah, I'd say right now, Buster, I just climbs back up onto
He's
shore.
so
Here he is.
weird.
Oh, there's more of them. Oh, there's some more of them.
This
Oh,
is-
there's the rest.
Benji goes, oh,
That was well played.
you're carrying the troll bucket, my friend.
Yeah. What is troll?
Oh, he won't enjoy this.
Yeah, he's not gonna like this one. Benji just goes,
Oh,
it's a bucket of goo, basically.
Goo.
Fish like it.
Just pick that up.
He points at the fish he hasn't sold. He says, hey, if we haven't sold them off by now, they just bait.
Yeah, it's just a bucket of slop. It's nothing. It's nothing really. You can find it out in the woods on,
Yeah,
on the ground.
it's fine. It's fine.
Motherfucker, just say you can find it out in the woods.
Smells like fish. Looks like fish. You can find it in the woods on the ground.
I just imagine there's like fucking like troll bucket trees.
This is just because I have a weapon at a crime scene energy.
Where's your friend?
Just because I have.
Heavily are.
Oh, he says,
Heavily
that
armed.
was...
Yeah.
I was trying to play along with your murdering me plan. I'm not actually bringing a friend, Orion.
Oh, I wasn't gonna murder you. If that makes
Your
you feel any
comments
better.
made it seem like that was your idea.
I got. Sorry, I'm just a suspicious person. I just don't want anything to happen to anyone.
He goes, it's the best of
Look
us.
at him. What could he
Killing
do?
him.
What?
Look at him. What could he do?
Oh,
Honestly.
he's got a bit of a nasty axe there.
2 of them.
Yeah. It's doubled the trouble.
I know. I could kick his guy's ass. All he's got's a trident.
I
I
punched
pick
him
it
once
up
and he
if
died.
Incorrect. You touched me once and I died. You didn't even punch me.
I did punch
Get
you.
it
I
right.
rolled to punch you.
Jesus.
Can I
Such
please?
a funny sentence.
Can I please just pick up his axe with my pinky finger?
It's like this.
No. If you try that, I'm gonna like slice at you. I'm gonna
Make a
swing
s-
at you.
You want to attack him? You can
No,
make an
if-
attack roll.
are you really gonna do it? Go ahead, roll. If you roll, I'm rolling.
It's like 10:30.
No, not gonna roll.
Okay.
I
You go for my axe, man. Bring it back down. You'll probably get cut.
how much
I'll
HP
cut
do
a
you
bit.
have?
Less than what I have. Wait, I'll look. I think I have like 20 something.
I have the least.
Oh, hey, folks, I hate to say it, but,
I'm missing 8.
but we should get going before the sun gets down.
1 second. How far is the caravan?
Yeah, that sounds good.
from where we
From
are?
you guys, not that far.
Can I run over to it real quick, grab my fishing gear I bought yesterday, and run back?
He's like,
I'd say you-
yeah.
yeah.
He's like,
You agree to meet up with him back at the boat in a
Sweet.
couple minutes, and by the time you make it back, these guys are starting to load onto this really quite nice ship. Like it looks like basically like a big kayak with extra space to sit, and it has these 2 long oars next to it. And Benji has started to load up. He's got actually like a bunch of fishing poles that he's laid along the sides, and he started ushering you guys in one by one.
Anything we catch, is yours.
He says, I'd hope so. I am bringing you out for free. This isn't cheap, you know. He says,
I understand.
says the boat, it is. We'll just wait and see.
Wait, so
That doesn't make
the
me
other
sound
guy
good.
does not like Benji. What's his name? Chesnick? Chesnick does not like Benji.
Chesnick is fine
He doesn't
with
have an
Benji.
opinion on him. He doesn't like Eric,
Who's Eric?
the guy
So
who.
confused.
Embassy, dude.
Oh, yeah. Eric Water.
Yeah, Eric
Um,
Waterhouse. Benji's just the fisherman that.
That
Alright.
runs,
But
that runs
he
the boat.
thinks that he owns that boat, right?
No.
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 He knows
said
that he's
he
renting
was
it.
Oh, okay.
He says it's,
borrowing
he
it.
says it's kind of. He said it.
But
But he
it's-
was kind of shady.
It's a rowboat?
It's
a
like
big
a.
kayak.
It's like a big
It-
kayak.
It's definitely
like a
not.
We don't
Fair
want
enough.
that boat. We want a sailboat.
It's definitely.
Shut up.
Well, you could always.
I'm
You
sorry.
could probably always attach a mast to it, right?
We want a
I
sailboat.
don't think
I'm being
boats work
serious.
like that. I don't know a ton about boats, but I'm
No,
pretty sure
you need,
sticking.
know,
a-
if you wanted to do that, you would need a keel, and we would have to build a keel for the bottom of the boat to even it out. We're not
That
going
would
to do that.
suck.
We need a sailboat.
As you
don't
guys
need a
are
sailboat.
discussing that, he's kind of trying to usher Busto into the boat. But Busto is very heavy, and it's just the whole boat is like rocking side to side. He's like, "Hey, you, stay low, stay low, stay low. Yeah, sit down." And he just sort of pins him down to the seat.
I'm just gonna turn into a rat.
Okay.
Now,
he seems very sorry. He's like, "Oh, jeez."
Now,
Just,
I-
you've got some.
To clarify, sorry, telepathic rat.
Okay.
He killed
So he's like, "Oh, wow, that's really surprising."
it looks just like a normal rat.
With
I
a
don't know.
No,
brain
brain
sticking
out.
out.
They. Oh, I thought those were
Yeah,
cranium
no,
rats.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
That's
what
what
it
he
is.
said.
That's what it is.
Oh, those are not different things.
telepathic. Cranium rats are telepathic.
I didn't.
Yeah, I just
know.
forgot the word for
He goes,
cranium.
"Oh, Orion,
okay.
you've got some interesting friends here."
Yeah, well, I mean, we all have something we can do, I suppose.
He says, "I suppose," and he grabs the oars and he pulls back, and almost like it's skimming along the surface of the water. The boat just out into the bay.
So,
Um,
how fast can you get with a load about this size?
he says, It's really not great for long travel. It's more of a in and out kind of boat. This was actually what I'd prefer to use to get out to a proper boat, but it's what I have for now." He says, "Money's a bit tight. There's a lot of people selling around Telechek." And so you guys head out onto the water for honestly a while. The sun starts to go down, and Benji lights a couple candles around the edge of the boat and starts handing out fishing poles to everyone who still has thumbs.
I got my own.
Yeah, and you guys cast your lines out into the water, and then you're just sort of drifting along with the lines trailing behind you, and Benji takes a second, he kind of leans back, and he just goes, "And now we wait. I'm sorry, there's not much more to learn or
I expected
excitement."
nothing less.
Orion.
I apologize, by the way. I don't turn into a cranium rat. I
Okay.
realized I have both my wild shapes,
That's-
camel,
that's fine.
and yeah. I
Oh,
apologize.
okay.
I'm still not fishing. Though. Fuck that.
So what's your story, Benji?
Says, "I grew up around Telechek, grew up around fish, stayed around Telechek. It's not a long story, but it is mine."
Fish boy.
Let's kill him.
Natural 20.
He's
I-
not
Oh my
lying.
god.
Can't beat that. I had a good roll too.
Why is everyone
Fuck.
super suspicious?
He's like
got
just
19.
a guy. He's just a fish man.
It's a very allegorical story, but it's true.
Well, I mean, like, does he seem like there's something bigger that he's like leaving out?
He's a fisherman.
Like,
Well,
guys,
I don't know.
Not everyone is a bad guy.
I'm pretty sure Trevor just made this guy up on the spot.
Oh, he did for sure.
What? I never do that.
Oh.
Everything's planned out.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I've never improvised.
He
No.
knows all of our moves and exactly who we're gonna talk to.
I'm a seer.
He
just
knew
like
this was gonna
Chesney.
be a long-term NPC. Sure. I have nothing.
What about you? You guys, I'm assuming with well, you guys are looking, there's a bit more of a intrigue behind that.
We're just
Not much.
yeah, we're
friends.
just the most handsome friends in the kingdom.
Met in Oakstead. Came here. Pretty much it.
What's that?
We're looking for some stuff down the coast, though. Do you know any way to find any other boats that's a little bit less pricey?
He says, talk to Chesnick, really. Nobody else can build boats around here just because they can't compete with him.
Well, we don't need somebody to build a boat. We need somebody who already has a boat.
That's a good point.
He says, some of the nobles have their own personal boats,
Oh,
but the
wait.
merchants mostly, they say they buy from around here, but they're getting most of their purchases from farther up the coast.
What about Coppertongue? She must
This is-
have. She's on an island. She must need something.
Coppertongue's, I've never really talked to her, but
Does she have you ever noticed a boat over by her island?
She's reclusive, to say the least.
Do you know who talks to her?
He says, I don't think anyone really likes her.
What about her? What about her?
Copper
Zombie
tongue.
Island.
No messenger.
She gets visitors from time to time, but they're usually bringing mail or they become not visitors pretty quickly.
What do you mean?
I mean, they leave. She's a pain in the ass, really. She's bought from me before, actually. She did come back the next day and throw the fish at me, but that's a bit more progress than any of us have made. Really.
Of course.
You said you. Oh wait, no, you didn't say that to me. What would the price be to borrow your ship, or your vessel?
It's not really my ship. I'm renting it from Chesnick as it is, and I'd probably be the same as what I pay him.
Benji, how much do you make, if you don't mind me asking, how much did you say you make a month?
Not enough, really.
Can you
Couple
give me
hundred, maybe.
a couple hundred?
Barely enough to pay off the ship itself. Look, can we talk about something a little bit less
Yes,
real,
like
a little bit less
personal.
life stories?
Do the fish have a mate? Like the fish that we're trying to catch, do they have a mating call?
Dogfish have two
Whoa.
penises. That's a true fact. I've seen it
One for
firsthand.
pleasure and one for
One for
actual
pleasure,
reproduction.
one for sperm.
This is true.
I don't know what the pleasure one does, but
He goes,
There's really no reason to upset
I neither
that.
know fish mating calls or fish genitalia.
No, I'm asking Trevor.
Do fish have mating calls?
Yeah.
I don't know.
whales do.
I don't think so.
Fish
I don't think
don't
you.
have the
If fish have mating
capacity-
calls, I don't think you can make.
I'm pretty
them.
well read, and I have thaumaturgy.
Fish.
You know
don't
what? You know what?
have
I don't
Just
think
for the
that's
hell
how
of
that
it.
works.
Just for the hell of it. What would a fish mating call sound like?
Yeah, make
Yeah.
Adrian
make
slash
that
cow?
sound-
Please
make that sound,
enlighten us.
Adrian,
Please
right
let us-
now.
Yeah, totally. Wow, crazy! You make that noise and just like fish just start coming. No. Benji goes. He says, "It's. You're not gonna rush the fish. You just take your time. They'll be here. I promise.
What kind of fish are we catching?
Just whatever shows up, really.
Well, what do you usually catch in these waters?
Oh, there's some trout. There's some bigger catfish. Catfish go for a lot.
You ever caught a shark?
Not on purpose.
How much would it cost if you actually caught one?
Well, it would probably cost a new boat, for one.
Not a dogfish.
Anything dangerous?
Oh, not right here anyway. The harbor part of Telechek Harbor is pretty well protected.
Oh, what kind of fish are we fishing for?
I just asked. them.
Anything?
Just whatever shows up.
Whatever?
This is what
Okay,
Orion
what's
asked
it-
about 4 seconds
Like
ago.
a bass, right?
Tuna.
Bro.
What a bass eat? You know this.
Okay, he said catfish and trout.
He
Trout.
also,
What a trout
he also
eat?
already has
Worms.
like bait.
You already have bait on the
Yeah.
lines, too.
This is true, but I can control this bait.
Oh, worms, you say?
On the bait, on the hooks.
Do you have one in your little
He
worm
says, look,
jar?
folks, if you really want a lesson in fishing,
Sorry, my
you
friends.
gotta chill. You're taking this far too seriously. Just sit back. You've got time.
Okay.
We're gonna be out here for a couple of hours, really. Just let it go.
One last question.
Enjoy fishing
How many,
for a
how many
bit.
fish do you normally catch on a night? Like, what's a good night?
Oh my god, guys, I don't think Scott wants to keep fucking asking this question.
He goes,
Would
a
you say
bunch of
something going
fish?
fishing?
What's a bunch of fish?
Orion, just whatever fish show up. Jesus.
It's
Let the
raining.
fish come to the boat. Holy shit.
I'm gonna look down and go. I just cast Sacred Flame down into the ocean and see if it kills anything.
Well, you burn the line. You're gonna probably burn the lines up.
Oh,
Don't
No, it's
do
radiant.
you
It's radiant.
did.
It's not
It's radiant. Okay. You see this blast of light disappear down into the water, and it goes down until you can't see it anymore, and you don't hear anything from Benji, which is a little weird. And when you turn around, he's just in the back of the boat.
Roll a d30 to see how many you catch.
This is the easiest.
15.
15 fish.
You catch nothing because you just shot. You go fishing with a fucking gun?
Okay,
Elwood.
I have a question
Yes.
for Trevor,
Guys,
not
we need to
Benji.
Yeah.
chill
If
out.
I was a polar bear, great fishers.
Oh my
great
God.
Great at catching fish. What would what would I have to do?
You wouldn't
No,
be able
because
to
they
get
also
back
You would
into
sink the boat
Yeah.
first.
I would jump out first.
Okay. Then
And
I
then turn into a
suppose
polar
you
bear.
could go.
Fishing.
I'm pretty sure polar bear eats seals. Not.
Can we
What if I
just-
caught a seal?
Can we just chill
Are no
out?
seals.
Alright, well,
Well, I
is
want to
over-
help. I want to help this
Look,
guy.
Orion, you asked for advice, and you're taking the wrong lesson away from this. This is just.
Well, I also want to help you out.
You
said
can't-
money's kind of tight. Want to get you more fish.
do you have anything for us to do?
Right now, just.
Fish, bro.
Sit.
No,
Fish.
not right now, not right now. We need to make some money.
Get rid
He
of the
just
map.
said
Dude,
money's
he
tight.
just he's poor as fuck.
He just said that like 5 times.
What?
That
He's
money's
tight.
tight.
I know that money's tight, but does he know anyone or something?
No, the
Like,
woman said
says,
we could
"Look,
get
I-
rid of the rats."
He says, yes, actually, there are There are rats. You could go hunting for rats. As much as I hate to suggest it, you could talk to Coppertongue.
where,
I've already thought of that.
where's she?
He's out on an island in the bottom part of Telechek.
Listen,
can we
don't
see
get
her?
any ideas yet.
You're
Cal.
out in the middle of the fucking bay. You're
Don't
nowhere near her.
Don't get any ideas yet. Everyone in town hates her.
Yeah, well, we'll be gone.
If we get
together.
money.
Can I check the weather?
Could also die.
Sure.
She's a witch.
She's a
Sunny.
bitch.
Yeah.
She's a
So
bit
so in the
witch.
corner of the boat, Buster starts levitating this like spectral image of the weather for the next couple of hours. It's clear skies, really.
I just
A little bit
wanna chill
foggy
out.
in a
Alright,
bit,
we
but
might as well just wait and chill out for these fucking fish.
A little foggy in a bit.
he points at you, Kyle. He's like, "Yes, Kyle, you're a natural."
After a while.
I was just gonna-
But it's in the boat this time, so it catches
Cal,
the whole
okay,
boat.
look. Think about it this way: if you kill the fish in the water, they're not gonna bite. Yeah, but we're not gonna be able to find them, right?
I have a net.
I don't have a net.
I do. I bought a net yesterday.
This is not how you fish.
what if you turned into like a polar bear, put your legs out of the back of the boat and just kicked really hard and we just
He kind of looks. He's like, Jesus Christ, you're gonna sink my boat. Ah, this was a mistake.
But it's not your boat.
Alright,
You're,
well,
Jesus
okay.
Christ, you're going to sink the boat that I am piloting that doesn't belong to me.
Let us-
You got insurance, right?
No,
Shit, you gotta be careful.
insurance isn't gonna be invented for what, a couple thousand years, Orion?
Before Chesnick offered
That's
us an
true.
insurance policy
That's fair.
on 450, so
Okay.
He's like, yes, I have all state.
Shut up.
Nationwide is on our side.
What's the fucking duck one?
Affleck. Yeah.
Alright.
State
Okay,
Farm
let's
is
just
there, State
let's
Farm
let's
is
let's just sit,
guys.
let's just sit. Let's not get copyright striked.
Yeah.
And let's just wait for these fish.
Yeah, thank you.
You always look at me like I'm about to do something.
I don't know. I
Trevor.
get concerned. He just goes, "Thank you." Just arms in the boat.
I want to throw my axe at one.
Okay.
Wasting
I
crossbow
wanted to
bolts.
grab the spear and just start harpooning.
He
From the
looks at
side
you,
of the
Nick,
boat.
he says, Nick, can I tie them up? Would that be?
Wait a second.
Oh, yeah,
I got
yeah.
something. This
Uh-huh.
this is probably this is Orion inventing something that's still used today. You ready? I'm gonna tie a rope on the end of a crossbow bolt and
As
go
you were
arrow fishing.
as you were telling this terrible idea,
People still do it today, man. People do that.
not in the middle of the ocean.
This
Yeah.
is true.
Yeah, not in the middle of a bay.
As you're
bro.
talking,
Let's just wait. Come just
Benji starts. He brings a few candles and he puts them like kind of in the middle of the boat, to make like a little illumination around him. And he gets out these little like crab legs that look like they've been pre-cooked, and he starts handing them out to you guys and says, "Just sit down."
bait.
It's-
Oh, thank you. No, I'm kidding.
I was thinking the same thing.
He says they're good. Just sit down. What do you guys do when you relax? Seriously.
What's relaxing?
What?
Tell stories.
We've never relaxed.
Just
Yes, we have.
we have some time. Give it rest. Well, the fish will bite. I promise.
I swear to God, a polar bear can catch a lot of fish.
Okay. All right. So, does anyone have any stories to tell?
Fish.
I have one.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's about a mermaid. There,
They're not real.
there was a mermaid, and
Don't tell me this guy's a siren.
no, there was. I'm not a siren. I promise. Cal. There was a mermaid that. Oh, jeez, what is the story? The mermaid was caught by a fisherman, right?
Mm.
But I only remember the plot twist. Is the part the fisherman was a bugbear and he ate the mermaid. It's a good story. You find out about it. I
That's
don't-
great.
Yes. Of
Yeah.
course.
You're a good
26
story.
on insight. Is
He's
he a
not a
bugbear?
fucking bugbear. Not everything's a trap.
All right, I haven't rolled insight.
Oh,
Are you a bugbear?
False.
I'm sorry. It's age catching up to me.
Are mermaids real?
Yes, mermaids are real.
Have you seen them?
I've seen a few.
Why haven't you caught one? Are you really
They
a
are
fisherman?
sentient.
Are you
I'm not a
bugbear? Okay.
I'm not a huge
Guys.
fan of eating sentient life.
Well, you could that would be a prophet.
Fish feel pain.
Let's not.
Mermaids would.
I'm trying to distract from the terrible ideas. Does anyone else have something to distract from?
Guys.
Yeah.
This is my first time on the ocean.
Mine too.
Do you want to go for a swim?
Yeah.
But he doesn't push her. He throws her as far away and rows the opposite direction.
Just literally just shoves.
Yeah.
I'll just push her off.
That's no.
Yeah.
That's, wait, no. That's a
She
really bad
doesn't
idea.
know how to swim.
I'll jump in.
That's a really bad idea because that's gonna really scare the fish away.
It doesn't matter. We're having fun.
Benji seems to think it's hilarious. He doesn't seem to really care.
Alright.
And
He's not
after
really a fisherman.
after you guys fish
I'm gonna
Nick
take
back
my,
out
my,
of the water
my new
in a
clothes
few
off and
minutes,
my gold and stuff. And
Benji goes.
cows.
He goes, Cal, that was. I won't lie to you and say that wasn't funny, but she's gonna get a bit cold, so don't do that again. And he seems to have a few like woolen blankets and stuff that he wraps around you, Nick. Does anyone else have? Does anyone have a better story than mine? I'm sorry. I'm not opening a great
we have a
avenue
good
for-
bugbear story. How does that go again?
oh yes.
You kill a bugbear, then
I-
get swooped up by a giant bird. Is that how that goes?
Yeah, I think that
Yeah,
was. Yeah.
that's pretty much how that
Yeah.
happens. Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
just
remember
wanted
when
to
I
make sure.
punched you once and you died?
Oh yeah,
I
no,
remember
I
that
actually
time.
don't
That
remember
was
that.
a
Really?
good
Yeah,
one.
you don't because you were dead.
Remember that time you died 4 times in a day? 3 of them in the same fight. You remember that?
Oh, remember the time where I can't remember anything? to
Remember that
make
time
fun
you
of you?
couldn't break out of jail?
Remember that time when
Hey, Busto.
you broke out a thing that's gonna kill half the planet?
Busto, remember all the great
Remember that
memories
time that
we've
you got
shared
stuck
together
on
as
the-
friends who love each
The,
other?
whatever you call it, plane, and somebody had to go save you?
You guys are a hell of a family,
No.
really.
Wait,
Nah.
what was that?
Busto has a
No,
story.
alright, what was that?
Stop, Busto at
What are you
stretch.
talking
I
about?
want to listen to Busto's
I don't know what
story.
you're talking about.
You just said I was stuck in a plane and someone had to save me. How do you know about that?
Because that was literally the whole ritual. We had to do the soul thing, and we smashed the thing, and we saved
Exactly.
you.
I was gonna do that, but you did. Remember?
Guys, Busto wants to say.
I have a story.
Oh shit. I'm not ready for this.
It is not of the badger.
It's Badger 2 of the Wolverine.
The ultimate sequel, the one we've all been waiting
Yeah.
for.
Badger 2. I actually had a Badger 2, but then no one would listen to me.
Good.
I'm gonna listen.
Thanks, Isabel. Just reminds me of a story my long ago friends would tell me. I had friends.
Shocking.
Not anymore.
Long ago, there was a great and terrible king. He ruled with an iron fist over the land, killing and destroying his subjects. He had, how's the story? Three sons. Gwen, Mikhail, and Constantine. When the boys came of age, as they trained and practiced throughout their lives, practicing sword fighting and their academics, they elected to leave their king's rule, the land of Patelgaroth, and well, with the most oppressed of the subjects that were with them. Gwyn and Mikhail sent off to the north and south, intending to cross each other at the poles, meeting on the other side. However, the difficult years changed the two men, and they had just grown terrible, almost like their previous father. So, when they met on the other side of the round globe, Earth is round.
Square.
It sure is, yeah.
It was not a reunion of friends or family, but of death and war. So, they fought and had war, but Constantine, the third brother, was smarter, let's say. He, at the head of his great fleet, escaped the bloodbath that would ensue between the two sons. They say he only made it through to the aid of a deity who elected to turn his sails true in the right path. But in return, he promised to not come to the things of greed and hate, those that had triumphed and attacked his father. In return, he would become a lone observer, guiding his people silently at the head of his great fleet. When he finally arrived in this new world, the same world that Mikhail and Gwyn were already in, he did not seize the power that his brothers had, slain by each other's hand, but instead retreated to a far-off mountain. There he would remain for much time, a silent observer, watching history as it unfolded, watching as the endless ticking of time tacked away, changing the world not through force, but through guidance. He is our watcher, our mentor through history. He is good, as he was able to not succumb to the terribleness of the king, to the terribleness of Gwyn and Mikhail, but was able to forge his own path, necessary for everyone. We all are forging our own path as the called and as family.
Following the footsteps of Constantine the First.
Did that like actually happen, or is that like a legend?
It's been passed down to me for a very, very long time.
But did it actually happen?
I think it did.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I've heard the same thing. Or stories of the same people. When I was in the army, when I was part of the NPF, we would do this. We would sit around and tell stories, and I've heard it a couple times about
3 brothers. The youngest being Constantine. Full of wit, and he was very intelligent. And he sat waiting as his other 2 brothers claimed the land. And when he felt the time was right, struck them down. And he had reign over the land. He was very powerful, but when he wanted to extend his time on this plane, he retreated into the mountains, never to be seen again, only using outsiders as a way to see into our world. Heard the same story. I think it's true.
And you, Benji, have you heard of a story?
I've heard of a Constantine, but in all my stories, he was a monster. And on a silent vessel in a dark sea, one of the fishing poles bobs in the water. And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Fucking hell!
2 weeks, guys.
Damn it!
What a good stopping point.
Oh my god, that was an amazing stopping point. Thank you guys for chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, and shooting the V-ball outside of
I
the
think
sun.
I got it before 11. 5 minutes before 11.
You
A
got
couple
it.
of
You
guys.
got it.
Started making trouble in my neighborhood. Anyway, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for watching.
It's been a
It's getting
blast.
late. You should get to bed.
We
You need
aren't
your beauty
far
sleep.
behind.
We'll see you guys next week, not live, and we'll see you in the new year.
We'll see you in the new
You'll
year.
see us next week.
Yay.
Woo.
Yeah.
We won't see you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we won't
yeah,
see
But
you.
we don't really see you as anybody.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's
suppose.
true.
It's a bit of a sad
There's-
one-way relationship.
That's-
Yes.
Well, just talking to cameras.
We don't really have the technology for that yet.
It's okay. We'll figure something out.
Anyways,
We love all you guys. Thank you so much for 80
thank you so much for
subscribers.
watching.
And can I
8
just
subscribers,
make
big
one last
milestone.
shout out? Thank you, Brandon, for the
Oh,
$10
yeah.
Yeah,
donation.
and Joey for the $1.
Oi, oi, oi.
Joey!
That's
This
it.
is important.
Big
to
up
us.
Joey. Big up
Thank you,
Joey.
man.
We appreciate it, guys.
We love you.
Thank you so much for watching. Good night.
Bye.
See you in the next